Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to the show today. Very happy to have you here. It is a beautiful sunny day, finally. I had to get into November for it, and it's election day for you guys, so maybe that Donald Trump has brought the sun out. I don't know. I do have a hot cup of coffee, and I'm sitting with a bunch of friends, and therefore happiness. Nevertheless, we're doing a one shot tonight because this election thing has taken up a couple of our people because they're working on the election. Good for them, I guess. But nevertheless, we're going to have ourselves a little bit of fun. I'm going to run a one shot. Ha! So we need to get straight into it and make our characters so we can
Woohoo.
start doing some storytelling. And of course, that means that there will be no. No visuals today because it's just literally off the top of my head right now at this live moment. It's going to be ad libbed, but that's okay. I can do that. But
Oh,
also go over and hit the like and share button. Let everybody know we're on. Now, of course, I have a feeling that we won't get too much view tonight, although we do know this gets watched by a lot of people after the fact. But there is something important happening in the world. The thing it is interesting to me, though, guys, is how many people that are not Americans actually care about our election. It's quite shocking.
yeah,
It
yeah.
is.
It's because we make it everybody else's problem. That's what
I,
we do.
I
Yeah.
suppose so, but I mean, there's a lot of people all excited. There's full coverages in countries all across the planet. The Japanese won't
It's
shut
true.
up about it, and it's like, you guys don't even care about your own election. We just had an election here in Japan. Didn't hear hardly anything about it, but they won't shut
Donald
up
Hey,
about
Trump.
our
Rome.
election.
It's what
Goodness
it's like to be
gracious.
Rome, Chester.
It
It's what it's
is.
like to
It
be
is.
Rome.
That is true. That is true. Although they do hate themselves, Trump, they don't know why, but they have been
TV
told
told them to.
correctly to hate that
Yeah.
orange guy.
Well, Shinzo didn't.
No, and,
Shinzo
ne-
loved Trump.
and neither did, yeah, that guy. But he's dead. Just like
That's what I'm
Fred
talking
and
about.
Peanut.
Yep.
Poor
Murdered,
Peanut.
taken from us.
I mean, what
It's all
that has
right.
got to be one of the most outrageous stories I've ever heard in my life.
It's just
You
evil.
send 4 departments, detain them for
Yep.
5 hours, and then kill their pet? Are you freaking kidding me?
Just evil.
Hmm.
It's so
There's no other word for it.
outrageous, dude.
It's like
The
comic book
overkill.
evil.
It's
Yeah,
the world
it's
we
so
live in.
crazy. It's over
Dude,
the
they
top.
could
Like
have sent
if
two
you
cops
tell
and a Karen. Sorry, Karen.
if you
And dealt
yeah,
with the problem.
if you told somebody this, like just told them that this happened and they didn't know you, they'd be like, "Man, you crazy. What are you
You
talking about?
you
There's no way."
crazy.
No, no.
I
That
think the
happened.
craziest thing is that it's not like it's just some rando squirrel that they
Right.
did it to as
Yeah,
well.
no.
This had like how many
A
followers?
million.
Yeah.
It's a
Million.
famous squirrel.
It's just
So they knew
so
the squirrel existed.
crazy. Or
There's
they
no way they
didn't.
didn't know that
Or they
squirrel
didn't
existed.
care. It's just so
Yeah.
dumb, dude. The overreach is out of control. Why would
Yeah.
you care in a country that is based upon freedom that someone owns a pet squirrel?
Well,
Why would
allegedly.
you care? Right? Now, if that squirrel got loose, got in the next house, bit a baby, it was rabid, the baby died. All right, kill the freaking squirrel.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
Yeah.
Sweet little squirrel.
back
Sweet little
up.
boy. Never hurt nobody.
No.
I don't like squirrels and it hurt and it upsets me. So
Yeah.
there's that.
Yeah. Well, I've killed a bunch of squirrels in my life. Guy down the street would give 50 cents for a tail, and then we make squirrel soup. So.
Well, when they get in your house,
Oh,
they're
that's
not
true.
fun.
They are troublesome. Yeah. Anyway, that was a flip. But we're going to be doing a one shot tonight because, like I said, some of our people are out doing election stuff. But that's okay. I do those kind of things. So let's get right to it. Let's jump right in so we don't waste any time. We do actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people, actually, because Adrian's wife, who I've been told to call Cobra Commander.
You can call
Um,
me whatever.
yeah, no, that's okay. I'll just call you CC. How's that? And
Okay.
yeah, we'll go with that. And we're gonna make ourselves some characters. So everybody needs some paper, and everybody needs a pencil. And we have our dice roller up here, so we'll just use that. Or you can use your own dice. I really don't care. So first things first, what you're going to do is I want you to write down in your paper. I want you to write down your stats. Now, most of you know them. I will repeat them for you, CC. You want to write down strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. Did you get that?
Got it.
Yeah, hopefully spelling doesn't count.
It doesn't.
No, it doesn't. I am a teacher, but I'm not actually going to be grading after
But
this.
he's terrible at it. It's fine.
No, I'm actually amazing at it, but that's okay. So now that you got that, what I want you guys to do is just do the standard D&D thing. Take 4 dice, roll them, drop the lowest, calculate the score 6 times, and then after you're done with that, we'll decide where you want to put those within the words you just wrote down. So just take 46 or use the roller we got over here. Roll it, drop the lowest number, take whatever the rest of the number is, add it together. You need to do that 6 times. Go ahead.
Okay, to subtract to do the program right, go 4D, then
I did
what?
that wrong.
To subtract the
What are you saying?
lowest. To subtract the lowest. How you're supposed
Yeah,
to
just
put that
look
in.
at the roll and take the lowest away and then just add them up. I'll give you a
Okay.
demonstration. How about that? I
No,
shall
I already got
demonstrate.
4 rolling. I'm rolling 4 right now.
I'm a good guy. I'm going to do it. Here we go. All right,
So
so
1 is equal to 13.
you see that
There you
I've
go.
rolled it here. I've rolled horribly. I would drop the 1, but that would leave me a 10. So
What a clusterfuck. I'm just going to do it by hand.
yeah, just do it by
So-
hand. Those of you who have dice, just do it by hand. Otherwise, just use the roller. But yeah, it's not hard.
4 of them coming in hot. Why is my dice different? Oh, there they go.
Yeah, I was wondering.
Holy crap! Look at my rolls.
Nice roll. You
That'll
got
do.
3 6s.
That's an 18. Sweet.
That's a-
18.
There's
Don't worry, that'll be the last time that happens.
well,
Let's get
How
them
do you
rolled
clear
up.
those, by the way?
I'm clearing it. I got it right here.
All right, 18.
I'm
Wow.
assuming Adrian has his own dice.
He's looking for him.
You don't want to roll?
Wow.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and roll again then.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
just roll them up.
Yeah, just roll them up.
Nice roll. That's a good one. Another 18 in the group. Sweet.
One of
Darn
yours
it,
is
I didn't mean to
22.
do that.
Mine?
Yeah.
Oh, so anywhere?
Boo! 7.
No, just randomly put them on.
Oh, and then you pick. Okay.
18's another one.
Oh wait, you have to subtract the lowest, honey.
Yeah, I know.
Lowest is 3.
You gotta do.
So
Hang on, I got to
16.
roll mine again. This website's having an absolute connection.
No.
My lowest is a 7. My highest is 2
How many times did you
18s.
roll these?
Well, seeing as the time our time setting we're going to be playing this in, we'll just say you have consumption.
Yeah.
The 13.
Right.
I can add.
Yeah, you gotta add
All right, I have
those.
1 of mine. I'm going to wait here. Is everybody else done with the thing so I can
Yeah.
use it? Because it freaks out if too many people.
yeah,
are
I'm not
using
going to
it.
use it. I'm just going to grab my dice.
Yeah, just roll them up. It's not a big deal.
I was just letting
I don't-
Thundero know he didn't have to wait.
I have my dice on hand.
Okay, so
15.
I can count.
Yeah.
Because he's
11.
polite.
You need
Or
one
impatient.
for each of
One or
these.
the other.
So to get this to roll, you have to click it
Yeah.
4 times. And then just hit roll. The way I can do mine.
Ooh, 16. I like it. Okay.
I have 1 more. Uno more.
Ooh. 17.
Puerto Rico, we say una más.
Uno más. 14.
Ooh, I rolled a 7. Nice. Okay.
Excellent work. You're doing great.
I am.
Oh my word. I'm
and
sorry.
I didn't even drop a die for that one.
All right.
Oh,
I have all mine. I have some
I'm just
pretty good
kidding.
rolls, actually.
Get yours and then I'll get mine.
Mhm.
18,
Great.
15, and 14.
That's what I
Nice.
said to this punk. You'll get yours, and then I'll get mine.
Matthew,
You dirty,
21.
you dirty rat, Muggsy. All right.
Why is it on top?
CC
Oh, I-
rolling a 9. Good
Big
old
powerful
9.
one coming in
Yeah,
hot.
they seem to incorporate ragdoll physics
Roll
into the
two.
dice
You
roller,
roll
which is
them all.
interesting.
Take them all.
Okay.
Which just slows it down even
Oh.
more.
Perfect. I got mine.
All right, sweet.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right, I think we're good. I think. Oh no, wait, Adrian's still gotta do
Ooh,
this.
We got a
I
12.
had to roll mine. Oh, nice.
La-da-da-da-dee.
Oh dear.
Oh, whoops.
What the heck?
He broke it. He broke it.
What? I can't see. I have to roll that
Let
again.
me try a different browser. Maybe it's just Brave that has this
I'm
much
an
trouble.
asshole. Oh my gosh.
Maybe I use Firefox and it's perfect.
Yeah, I use Brave and it's slow. It's slow on everything. You just have to clear it after every roll. Just refresh the page.
The lowest?
Where
Hell,
is my?
close.
Oh,
Yeah.
there it is.
So we done yet?
No.
Firefox. Oh.
The ref.
God, you guys are slow.
Man,
I'm
mine are
finished.
Listen to him.
not good. My rolls are not.
I'm not slow. I'm retarded. Get it right.
That's fair.
12.
That's fair.
Oh my goodness. You got way better rolls than me.
I think
Boom.
I got the best rolls.
Ooh, is
My
that a
rolls are
6?
nuts.
Yeah. Yeah. Or is that a
13.
yeah?
12.
It's a 3.
Oh yeah.
Ah. Your dice cocked.
Yeah.
It is cocked.
Oh,
That's
God.
true.
Oh my lord.
That roll. You got a 7 there. That's my.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
tied with me.
Atlanta.
Last
So what's
one.
interesting is it's not showing me the.
12.
Curious.
1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 12. Oh my goodness. That is not pretty.
How many rolls is this guy doing?
Well, he's got to
6.
do an extra one for good luck.
I got all our rolls now. Are we putting these down the line as they rolled?
Oh,
then?
well, let's get that. I just want to get the rolling out of the way, and then everything else
All
will
right.
be by choice.
Okay.
Okay, is everybody done?
Yes.
Yes.
I think
Yes,
so.
teacher.
Believe so.
Excellent. All right. Well, I have to say, Adrian, your wife has a better sounding voice than my wife. My wife is, "What's so funny? Why are you laughing?" You know.
My goodness.
Yeah.
She must not be in the room.
She's not. And of course, if she was, the conversation would be in Japanese anyway, wouldn't it? But it was funny the other way, especially because she's Japanese and I just did a Chinese voice.
Yeah.
That was
They're all
really,
the same.
that was really
None
mean.
of us could tell.
Right.
All right.
Yeah. Anyway, here we go. All right, so
It
here's the
just sounded
setting.
racist to all of us.
It definitely does. Here's the setting. It is the year 1886.
Yeah.
We are in the bustling city of London, so everybody has to do an English accent, okay?
No.
Oh.
Although you can be an American, has come in as a specialist, I suppose, or a German would be
That's right.
even better. But nevertheless,
I can do Cockney.
please never do that again.
Why
I
not?
apologize for my mistakes.
No, Eleanor.
All right, so it's 1886. You all are part of the Paranormal Investigation Society, or PIS for short.
Excellent.
And you guys can be from all over the world, but it is set in London. And everybody here is going to have some kind of specialty in regards to dealing with ghosts and slash demons. Now, so what I want everybody to do is we're not going to do classes. Instead, what we're going to do is replace that with an ability. Okay.
Okay.
So and you can kind of class yourself in how you drop your stats, I guess. So everybody's going to have some kind of special ability. So we're going to have someone that's probably going to be a medium. We need one of those. You could use a mystic. We could have someone who is a magi, which is just going to be a very learned person who has minor magical ability. We could have ourselves a cleric or a priest of the church, an exorcist, possibly.
Mm.
Anything that has to do with the paranormal and combating it. You can be a normal human who has just a lot of knowledge, or you could be someone who has a little bit of paranormal ability yourself. I don't really care. Just choose a sentence, write that sentence out to describe what your character is, and we will move on to the next thing after you've told me what that sentence is.
Ba-da-ba-da-bee.
Just, go.
Well, I've decided I'm an exorcist.
Okay, so we have our exorcist. So are you going to be a cleric of the church or just a straight up priest?
Cleric, because
Okay,
no gay robes for me.
well, that's
Thanks.
fine. All right, so you're a
Yeah.
cleric, so that means you're part of the oh, I forget what they call those in the Catholic Church. What are they called? The Jesuit. You're a Jesuit. There you go.
Yeah. I run the world. Great.
That's
Awesome.
right. Yeah, you're a Jesuit priest or cleric. Okay, that is the military branch of the Catholic Church. For those of you who don't know. All
What do you
right.
call the demon fighter?
A demon fighter would be like a demon fighter.
Okay. How's
That's
that?
where you want to put your
Yeah,
stuff.
just write a sentence, lady,
Yeah.
that says what you are.
Just
So
ask.
for instance, Thunder says, I'm a Jesuit cleric. I rule the world.
Yep.
You know, it's pretty simple.
I'm a
I
person
belong to
who
the
rule
demon fighter
the
saga.
world.
Yeah, sure. A saga is a story, but it's okay.
They blame
I can
Japan.
be a
They're the ones
human
who
with
did it.
much knowledge.
What do you say? Say that
Unless
again, CC.
I can be a human with much knowledge,
You can?
unless you have something better.
No. Why don't you be a human with much knowledge, and why don't you also be the medium?
Killing me. You're
I'll be a
killing me.
medium. Sounds great.
So a highly educated medium.
Oh no,
Definitely.
that's a problem.
Mhm.
I'll
Okay,
try to be a good actress.
no, that's fine. How about you, Adrian? What you got?
I studied the mystic arts in Asia.
So you're a magi.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was
So
thinking more along the lines of a monk.
well,
It's funny.
But
That's
like
what I was
the
thinking.
magi range anywhere from the Baltic all the way into China.
sure, yeah, I got you.
Yeah. But you call yourself whatever you want. You could be ye old Shaolin monk of mystical
Shaolin.
origins.
Yeah.
Spirit monk.
Spirit monk.
Which leaves me, and I had a couple ideas. I was thinking I'd be Gunther from Norway, and I
Arrested.
have become possessed by my ancestor and didn't have a berserker rage. I don't know what accent that is, but and then the other thing was maybe Fritz from Germany, who has sort of esoteric inventor.
Well, it is the
So
steampunk age, so
True.
so we have kind of the Ghostbuster traps detection
yeah.
techie dude. So one of those two. And since let's see, because we have a couple of hand-to-hand people, so maybe I'll and a medium, which is basically the Norwegian character. So I'll drop that and go with the Fritz the tech dude.
Okay.
Ester-
Yeah, no, that's pretty handy.
Esoteric.
That's pretty
Yeah.
handy. All right, now, what I want you to do is now that you have your character class, in essence, laid out, I want you to give yourselves 3 abilities that are associated with this sentence you just wrote, right? 3 things that your character can do that is beyond normal, right? I'm not talking about skills here. I'm talking about actual things. So for the Ghostbuster guy, maybe he has ghost detecting equipment or whatever. Just come up with 3 things your character can do.
Is there any limit to this?
Of course. It's
Well, what is the limit?
1886 London.
Well, I mean,
Let's see.
like, can we heal? Is that allowed? What's the rule there?
I would allow you healing if you took soul energy from something to do so.
Okay, so you have to be a necromancer. Got
Whoa.
it.
What if you could use like the hand pokes to heal parts of the body? Like I forget what they call that, but
Chi, Kyrie. What is that?
Chi?
yeah, like but you're like it's like acupuncture without the needle. It's like you.
Oh yeah, but that would take time. I would allow you if you wanted to take Chi.
Right.
Acupuncture would fall
Well,
under
one of mine.
skills. I'm going to get to skills in a minute. But
One of mine
what I would
had
allow you to
the
do with Chi would
yes.
be if you want to do healing for yourself only, I would allow you 3d6 per day.
Okay. Okay.
Can I mix ancient artifacts with modern science and have some cool like
Yeah, you can do whatever you like.
amulets and neat little monkey paws and put them in a vacuum and with
Whatever you'd
tubes.
like. Honestly, there's
Really
no
good.
there's no limitation on that. Yeah.
All right. Well,
All
that's my concept coming together then. All right.
Yeah. Lady, what are
All
you
right,
thinking?
do we tell you these things, or do we
Well,
Yeah,
just
I
of
keep them?
got.
course you tell me
Of
these
course,
things.
you gotta tell him. Well, I got a summon saber.
Uh-huh.
Excellent.
Haven't thought of anything else yet.
Let's
Okay, I
say
think
the
I have
saber is a
mine.
tattoo on your forearm. Let's say that.
Okay.
Go ahead, CC.
I was thinking since I wouldn't be a good medium if I couldn't talk to the dead,
Hmm.
so
That's
that
one, right?
and since I'm educated, translate other languages.
Well, that would be a skill. If you want the magical ability to comprehend all languages, I'd give you that.
Let's do that.
So write down
And
polyglot.
then what?
Polyglot,
Which is what Tester really is.
which
It
is
means
what I
knowing a lot
am.
of
Yes.
languages.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm not a true polyglot.
So I'm a polyglot. I just learned.
You are.
And
Yeah.
then I can maybe tell when someone's being deceiving.
Well, that could be a skill.
Oh my word, I suck at this.
No, that's
Well,
okay. You don't know anything about it. Let's see here. So we got your talk to the dead, which is automatic. We have
Yeah.
your polyglot, which is cool. And you're a
Okay.
medium, so because we'll get to skills, and you could definitely use what you just said in skills. But as far as a medium goes, maybe the ability to ward off evil
I like
spirits.
it. Okay. I'll do that.
Okay.
All right,
Perfect.
mine. Since I'm a cleric, I can sense evil. Any evil, not just spirits, just evil in general. I can heal via soul energy taken from evil spirits or demons, and I can make a temporary protective barrier around others or myself.
Well, I would swap one of those out with exorcism.
Well, that's what the stealing energy from the spirits and demons was for. Jeff.
Right.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'd
All
say
right.
I exercise them, and then I can heal them with
All
that
right. All
energy.
right.
I can,
You
Okay.
were,
saying?
no, hold on, hold on a second.
The
Because
band-
you're a Jesuit and you rule the
Yeah.
world, you were able to go into the Vatican vaults, and you were given
Excellent.
a special ring, a big old gigantic ruby ring that's outrageous, and no man should ever wear such a gaudy thing, unless your
Yep.
name's Donald Trump, or a mafia guy. But and what this does, it allows you from, you know, this exorcism taking energy from a demon, therefore weakening it. This will hold up to 20 hit points that can be dispensed as you choose.
Holds 20 HP. Got it.
Okay, who is
Got it.
next? Was that Adrian?
All
I
right.
think?
I have Ghost Fist, Chi healing, and detect enemy's weakness.
Oh yeah, martial arts.
I like it.
Always like that one. Okay, Bill.
So I have spectacles that can see ectothermic energy
Hmm.
for detection. I've kind of get splicing him into more of an artificer kind of thing. So
Yeah, yeah.
obviously,
I
so
thought so.
archaic and whatever. So then he also has like a what would you say like a Smith and Wesson or a rifle and handguns where the ammo has been um,
Well,
runes have
choose
been.
one. You want a handgun or a rifle? I would say an artificer would carry a rifle. I don't know. It could be either way.
It could be either way. So it's something like maybe it's adaptable. It's so I'd have to like take the time to switch it to one or the other.
Well, it's 1886, so you could have a modified Springfield 79.
Yeah,
And it's
that's what I was
that's
thinking of
a
for the right.
40. That's not a 40-40 at that time. It's a 40-30. It's a 40-36, isn't it? But we'll just go with the 40-40. But you have the gun itself. You want to be able to shoot ghostly entities, I'm assuming.
Or people.
Oh, well, both.
Yeah,
Bullet's a bullet, right?
yeah.
But and that has been specially modified to damage non-corporeal entities.
And probably some no. Okay, so they have detection, the hunting, and then they need some kind of Swiss Army knife thing.
Okay. Well, you work
That's
on
a
that, and you
thing on
guys help, lady. I need more water. I'll be back.
Okay.
All right,
I
lady.
got
Did you say what yours are?
lady. You
I
got a
just got one at the time
shooter
now. I already filled out the other two. A summoning saber, which is something I fight with.
Mhm.
A rope of entanglement, which
Excellent.
save versus their strength. And then paranormal tracking.
I think we're kind of doubling up on some things too. So
Yeah.
Nice.
stick with what you got, and I'll well.
No, I'll change. I don't have a problem.
No, the rope's a great idea.
Yeah, it is.
Go with
What
stay with that.
what
The
was
saber's
your
important.
what was your class, lady? What'd you say you were?
We don't have classes.
She's
Well,
a demon
you're thing, a
hunter.
demon slayer.
I'm the
Okay.
demon slayer. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
demon
Okay.
slayer.
Um. Well, see, I can exorcise demons and steal their energy. You might want just something that just straight hurts demons.
That's what the sword's
Yeah.
for.
Just well, yeah, but that will hurt anything. Just something that
What
just straight
about like
hurts
a
demons specifically.
way to move on? Like instead of just walking from place to place, like it's some kind of teleportation or
That's a bit
shadow
much.
shift.
He's not. Yeah, he's not gonna let us teleport. Right.
Um,
So, lady still has just one.
I'll have
No, she
two
has
for sure.
Go tell him what you said. See what he
We
said.
got the summon saber. You know, we got a rope of entanglement, which is melee versus the strength. And then paranormal tracking.
Sure. Ghost vision. Yeah. Or ghost
Ghost
tracking.
Well,
vision.
I was thinking since she said she's a demon slayer, she would have something along that vein, like specifically just for killing demons.
Well, she
what
does.
about a
The sword.
what about a no?
Well, that
Yeah.
will kill anything. It's a sword.
Yeah, but just like his bullets, a normal sword will not hurt a spirit. I think what she's got is great. What was your
Okay.
last choice, Bill? Bill.
Yeah, I have a lot of spare parts to build things and tools to make them with.
Okay, you
And
have a backpack. All right, guys. So now what I want you to do is give your character 5 skills. Now, any kind of normal skill like jumping, climbing, everybody can try that. You can specialize in those things if you'd like. But basically, give yourself 5 skills that are appropriate to your character. Now, these can be very specific to the effective class you have, or it could just be something that adds to your character or rounds it out. But just choose 5 skills. Doesn't matter what it is. Whatever comes to your mind, just write it down on your sheet.
Do
Okay?
these include like combat skills, like fighting or anything like that?
Yeah,
No.
I was gonna ask that.
No.
Okay.
No. Okay. So like climbing, swimming, that kind of thing.
No.
Or well, yeah, but it could also be knowledge-based things, language-based things.
Right.
You had said something about acupuncture,
Yeah.
blacksmithing, cooking, weaving, knitting,
So we're Trump.
Meditating.
meditative healing, yeah. Speeds
Mhm.
up healing, yeah. Okay.
1 second.
No. Hold on.
I got 2 more to go.
How you doing, CC?
I'm trying.
Well, you know what you are,
Um,
so maybe tarot would be one. Maybe you could
He's
go.
going way out of her comfort zone here.
I was thinking like cooking.
Well, you could have cooking too.
Okay, and then like herb and like knowing things about like what you can eat in the nature.
Herbalism.
Yeah, and I can do tarot. That works.
Hmm.
And then
I would definitely take
telling
occult knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then occult knowledge. Okay, cool.
Mhm.
all right, so I have mine. I went with first aid, liturgical knowledge, chantric healing. So kind of like what you were talking about, but I chant instead of meditate.
Yeah, yeah.
Resistance to mind control and manipulation.
Sure.
Since I'm a Jesuit.
I didn't think about other things like that. Okay. Anyway.
Well, manipulation, just coercion, right?
Yeah, just coercion, being able to talk people into things.
Yeah, because he's a Jesuit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I got moving in shadows, first aid, rope tricks, jumping, and acrobatics.
Sounds great.
Mm-mm-mm.
Bill.
Mm-mm.
I have physics, cartography,
Mm-hmm.
marksman,
Mm-hmm.
photographic memory.
Yeah.
And did you say no?
I said yeah.
Okay. And then good, because I thought you were gonna say no. And then what's my last one? Blah, blah, blah.
Smooth
Chemistry.
operator.
Chemistry. And just for the photographic memory, you should write it down as eidetic memory.
Eidetic. Okay.
I've got climbing, acupuncture, meditative healing, calligraphy,
Mhm.
and I don't know what the last one should be. I'm bet a little bit
Why
because
not
somebody already
martial
took.
arts?
Well, yeah, okay, martial arts.
Oh,
Yeah,
are we
you're
supposed
right.
to put that in here? That's what I was asking you, like
That's
martial
what I was
abilities.
confused. Yeah.
Well, him
All right,
particularly. I'm going to get something to you in a
Yeah.
minute for that.
okay.
Yeah, but
All
him
right.
particularly, the understanding of
Eastern
martial arts.
martial arts. Let's
Yeah,
call it that.
Understanding
Eastern martial
martial
arts.
arts.
yeah.
Yes.
Kung fu.
Seafood. Okay. Everybody done?
If
Mhm.
you
Yep.
eat it.
Yep.
All right. Now, you have a total of 6 points, which you may
Mhm.
apply to bonuses in any way you'd like. If you would like to
Mhm.
apply them just to stats, you can do that. If you'd like them to apply those to fighting ability, go ahead and do that. I actually don't care where you put the 6, nor am I limiting you. But you can apply 6 points to anything you'd like.
Are we putting the numbers that we rolled into our stats yet?
Well, now that you understand what you are, you should go ahead and do that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you need
Oh, I
it.
definitely want a lot of things.
Right.
What would my main thing be? Charisma or wisdom? Probably wisdom, I would think, right?
I would say wisdom and charisma would be useful for a Jesuit.
Nothing can go over 18, though, right?
Actually, I don't really care. But the way it works is if you have a 12 or 13, it's +1, 14, 15 is +2, 16, 17 is +3, and an 18 or 18, 19 is +4 to whatever stat that ability. Most of you guys know what I just said. CC doesn't, but that's all right. She's
Yeah,
with someone who does.
you well.
13,
My stats are
14,
crazy.
15, 16, 17, 18. Is that how it broke down?
Yeah, normal.
God,
Normal D&D, dude. Normal D&D.
my rolls are crazy.
Well, that's relative to addition, but
Yeah, I know.
A 3rd edition forward, Bill.
okay.
I
I wasn't
don't-
listening to what Chester just said because I was putting my stats in. So what
12s
are the
are plus
bonuses?
ones.
Just go ahead and read them off to me, and I'll tell you what their pluses are. Go ahead.
Okay, my strength is 14.
All right, it's +2.
All right, my dexterity is 14.
+2.
15, is that also +2 for my
Yep,
constitution?
that's +2.
Intelligence is 13.
That's a
plus
+1.
1. Wisdom is 18.
+4.
Okay. And then my charisma is 15.
That's a +2.
Okay. And then we have 6 points to put wherever we want, right? On
Wherever
top
you'd
of that.
like. Now, you could put them in abilities if you really think you need them. I personally think they would be better used outside of abilities, mathematically, if you want to get meta about it.
Get real meta in this B.
All 12s are +1, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. Anything lower than 12 is nothing, right?
Yeah, unless you have an 8 to 7, which is -1, 6th of which I don't think anybody has that. But if you have an 8 or a 7, it is a -1.
Yeah,
Whoops.
yeah. -1. That's what I was trying to remember. Okay,
I got a
so
-1.
You do. Where did you put it?
Charisma.
Okay, so the demon slayer doesn't talk much or is very unattractive, and or both.
Hey. Or both, yeah.
Okay.
And
no.
or both. So
Oh, yeah,
a 16 would be +3, right?
Yep.
6 points.
Your
Okay.
strength should be less.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm going to do
Sure.
this.
I would put
okay. Make that 9.
16 in your charisma.
We don't put anything on the skills, right?
Okay,
If you
I'm
want to, you
Out of
can.
out of the 6 things, 6 points.
All your
If you
skills
want
give
to,
you +2 in something. If you wish to apply this to skills, it would you can use a 1-to-1, meaning if you take one of those 6 bonus points I gave you and put it into a skill, it would make you an expert. You can't go higher than an expert. Expert gets +4 instead of
Okay.
+2.
Okay.
What's 17? Is that +2?
+3.
+3. Okay. And 16 is +3 as well?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
All right.
I
So
think
my wisdom's now a +5.
Okay.
So
Question.
the 6 points you can put in any of these or any of these?
Anything.
Anything,
Okay.
basically.
Like you
Is 8
could
still a -1?
like what? What did you say?
Is 8 still a -1?
It is.
Okay.
Now, Adrian, I would suggest you put at least a point or 5 into judo chop.
Judo chop.
Yeah, the martial arts. Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, that was a joke because judo doesn't have chops, but you know,
That's right.
Uh-huh.
Maybe pork chops.
by pork
Eat-
chops.
Well, they
are
do
good.
eat pork chops.
You
And
know, there's a
piano.
pig that you guys have seen in many, many movies, and his name is Pork Chop. It's pretty mean if you ask me, but he's a Hollywood working pig,
Pretty
and he
cool.
gets
yeah,
paid
pretty
money.
messed up. My stats are crazy. So I could be anything if I wanted to be, pretty much, with these stats.
That's true.
Okay, so what would like psychometry be? Like I was able to feel energy and knowledge
Psychometry?
from objects.
Yeah. Just give yourself the ability psychometry. That would cost you to take in a new ability would cost you 3 of your points, though.
Now,
Yeah.
that would be an ability? So if I were to like to nix one of the first 3 things I mentioned, that would be under the
No. I
No.
like it here.
as an ability. Okay.
Yeah.
Or a skill.
Yeah, as a
Yeah.
skill.
I think it's
A
great.
skill.
It's not a skill; it's an ability.
Well, strength is an ability. So then psychometry is ability then too?
Well, strength's an attribute.
That's an
Okay.
attribute. Yeah. No, if
Okay,
you want, I gave you powers in the beginning. If you want to swap one of those out for psychometry, go ahead.
Yeah, because I took more objects than really powers, and I'm thinking maybe something neat, little twist to it would be
Yeah,
more
and your
fun. So,
psychometry is probably via power anyway.
Right.
okay,
Make more sense.
I'll burn the points on it and get 4,
Yep.
which gives
Excellent.
me
I think I'm ready to rock and or roll.
Okay. So everybody who's done, make sure you guys give yourself a name. And I am going to have you introduce yourself here momentarily. So prepare your image and your idea and your voice and whatever you are.
Very-
Prepare yourself. Get into the actor's meditative focus. Be Robert De Niro for 10 seconds. All right.
no, thank you.
Oh, Robert, boy, he's got TDS bad. Or
Oh
or
yeah.
or someone's got some real dirt on that boy.
Well,
One or the other.
That's more likely.
well,
Well,
we're not gonna go there.
wow, the level of arrogance on that guy since he was young, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
But anyway, are we done?
I am well, I got to get my name, but I am done. Yeah.
How about you, CC? Are you done?
I think I'm good. I just need to figure out who I am
That's true. You
as
just
a
need to,
person.
Most people
Yes.
do. Yeah.
focus your Diane Lane. Okay.
There he is.
There he is. Okay. Lady, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Oh,
Oh, God.
that's wow.
Oh my
All right.
goodness.
Adrian, how you
That's
doing?
the charisma.
I'm good.
stakes.
I'm good. I don't have a voice necessarily, but I'm
Oh
good.
no, you don't necessarily. You don't have to do that level of role play if you don't want to. Bill, you ready?
Jawohl.
Oh,
Jawohl,
very
Herr
good, very
Commandant.
good. All right, here we go. It is a brusque autumn morning.
Rusk.
You all are in your various flats. Some of you may be more wealthy than others, but I imagine the specialists that you are, you're all somewhat well-to-do. And you have been summoned this morning to the PIS offices, which are actually in London town, amongst the financial district. So you're all making yourselves your way there via carriages or on foot or however it is you mobilate yourself, and you find yourself sitting in an office that you've been directed to. You're all sitting there. Maybe you've worked together before. Maybe it's the first time you're seeing each other. But nevertheless, walking into the room is the most esteemed Lord Bartlett Willimeter.
Guten Tag, Lord Bartlett.
Hello, Bartlett.
Hello.
He nods his head as he sits down.
Evening.
Now, the room you're in is a beautiful English room with amazing woodwork. And the thing that's interesting about this is it's a study, but he's sitting at a desk toward the back. That is, there are many desks in here. It's kind of a mix of a library and antiquary. There are many old and odd-looking things in this room, but then again, all the rooms and areas of the Paranormal Institute are just stuffed full of weird, and bizarre curios from around the world. Of course, most of the people who work in this very large building, beautiful old world stone building, of course, are mainly, pencil pushers. They're researchers and study assistants and, journalists and detectives and all kinds of different people who work here. But most of them do not engage in the violence. However, you guys are sent in when things are hard. And we're going to get to where you're from in the world, but you've all been collected here and you've all been living in London for some time, working on various cases. The fact that you're sitting in a room with 5 people, you know something really bad is going on, because a good 80% of the stuff you do, you are sent in alone. Bartlett sits in front of you and he says, well, today is quite auspicious. You all shall be
Awesome.
heading to Blackwall Prison in the north. Have you heard of it?
Sadly.
I have not heard of it.
Now, Blackwall currently has been a bit overcrowded. They have shut down a couple of prisons to rebuild and remodel. Therefore, they've moved them up. It's actually becoming a bit of a co-ed thing, a scandal in our age, to be sure. But nevertheless, it is packed to the rafters, as they say. But the problem we have is it is horribly haunted.
Of course it is.
Interesting.
Is this a debtor's prison or is this a place for mostly hardened criminals, Lord?
Is
Or-
there a difference?
Oh my lord, you know the difference between those who live by blood and those who are blood dry.
Yes, yes, I'm not aware of such a thing. All I really care about is the infestation. Nevertheless, you can query into that as you like, of course, Wilhelm. But nevertheless, the issue has it's been haunted for quite a while. In my understanding, we do have a couple of research papers that have been done on it. However, as of late, something has changed. The past month, there has been an increase in sightings and very odd behavior from the various inmates. With that, he nods his head, and a guy who's standing inside a room in a very nice bobby uniform comes up and he hands each one of you a folder. Inside of this folder, there are photographs, and there are various witness statements and all manner of things. Now, as you kind of flip through the various paperwork in here, the imagery becomes more gruesome. And Wilhelm, Willett, or excuse me, what did I call him? The guy,
What
Lord.
he called me Wilhelm. Me?
Wilhelm. No, I was talking about me. Anyway, Lord,
Oh.
he continues saying, and of course, we've had some losses over the past couple of weeks. This is certainly an escalation. Nevertheless, I'm told that it's very, very bad. We had Scotland Yard here 3 days ago, demanding that we do something about it. I even had a vicar, in my
A vic.
presence.
Ugh. Did he
Is there
speak?
any cult or suspicions of activity within the inmates at this prison?
I am not aware. I'm sure there is data on every prisoners there, although things are chaotic. They have been moving prisoners around because of two prisons being shut down within the country, of course. So there might be some chaos in that regard, but feel free to research. Of course, the local Church of England records are open to you, as is Scotland Yard. With that, he nods to his secretary, who's sitting in his side. You guys have met this guy before. His name is Douglas. Douglas takes a box and opens it, and inside of it, he takes out badges and hands one to each of you. Now, this badge, of course, is from the House of Lords specifically, so it carries weight with them. Therefore, it allow you entrance in pretty much anywhere you'd want to go within the country. And you guys have been given these before. They're temporary badges depending on the situation, right? You all have credentials that allow you to do a lot of things anyway, but this levels it up. Okay.
Excellent.
However, Bartlett continues and he says, uh, there is a bit of urgency. Because not only did I have Scotland Yard in here, and of course a vicar from I can't even remember the name of the abbey. I'll just call it the abbey in here. But I also had a representative from the king.
From the king.
I don't know why the king would be concerned, but it does not really matter, does it? His Majesty has requested that this be dealt with rapidly, and we will do so, shan't we?
We
Do we
shall.
know? Do we know what caused this haunting, this infestation?
Fortunately, this is all happening very quickly. Like I said, there are a couple of papers that were written on the prison, Blackwall prison itself. Once again, he nods over to Douglas, and he doesn't have copies for everybody, but he does have a copy of each paper. One paper is The Black Wall Haunting, simply labeled, and the other one is an in-depth investigation into the various odd behaviors of spirits within the walls of Blackwall. Whimsical.
Whimsical. Real whimsical. Spirits out here murdering people. All right, I'm gonna look over this paper. I'm gonna use my liturgical knowledge to see if there's anything in here that will tell me anything more than nothing that I'm being told right now.
Yes,
Do I need
yes.
to roll?
Hand some of those over here. I'll put down the egg-shaped artifact with silly runes on it that I was trying to get a read from, and go over and grab a paper and start to read through that. How
Okay,
far is this? Oh, go ahead.
No, finish.
Oh, how far is this prison? Is this in the city, or we be taking a train?
You will be taking a train overnight.
Excellent. Shall be reading more up on that during the train ride.
Well, when you do pick up the second paper, which is the whimsical one, which don't ask me to remember what I just said. Okay. General rule.
The odd
General rule.
behavior.
Yeah, keep up. Keep up. All right. When you touch this paper, your senses just jump. This
Who?
paper has been in the presence of evil.
Me or
No,
Bill?
no, you don't have that ability. Bill does.
Yes, I do. I have
I'll
sense
look
evil.
to the
Oh,
secretary.
Oh, well,
Where did this paper? Who delivered this to you? Speak, man.
Well, it's written by Wilhelmina Hurst.
Wilhelmina.
Hurst.
No.
Wilhelmina
Who
Hurst.
delivered this paper?
They do not know.
What?
They would assume Wilhelmina filed it. You do have
She
to
wrote-
understand this organization
I'm not reading. I'm
has
sorry.
thousands
thinking
of
I-
members from around the world. Thousands.
I was thinking I was reading like a newspaper for some reason. That was just my bad.
This is like a monograph.
Okay. Take me to this Wilhelmina Hurst, please.
Well, that would be difficult, seeing as Wilhelmina died 10 years ago.
What? Unbelievable. Here. Exorcist, what's your name?
My name is Silas.
Well, we're going to get to that in a second here. And we might as well, since you brought it up. So, Silas, we'll start with you, and I'll go backwards around the horn. Why don't you introduce yourself to the listeners? We got quite a few people in here today. I'm surprised. So introduce yourself to the listeners, please.
My name is Silas Edavain. I've been a Jesuit cleric and exorcist for 25 years. And hopefully this is one of my last times they send me out here to do their dirty work. These people are incompetent at an unbelievable level. Let me see that paper real quick.
All right, very well. So the bad guy, everybody. All right. CC, tell us who you are.
I am Ava Elliott. I studied
Stuttered.
basically have a ton of knowledge and educated medium at the Royal Holloway College, founded, and it's an all women's college, founded by Queen Victoria.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
So you must be wearing 3 pairs of knickers then.
Yes, I am. I'm such a good girl.
Yeah, well, Queen Victoria was really stuck up in that regard. But nevertheless, okay, that's great though. Good job. That's what I want to hear. Adrian, what you got?
My name is Abraham Colby. I lived abroad in Asia for 10 years of my life. And while there, I studied the mystic arts. I went to a Shaolin temple and learned martial arts as well.
So you're Iron Fist, basically. Sweet.
Yeah.
Lady, go.
Iron Fist.
I'm Rex Bloodstone. My daddy did this before me, and his daddy did it before him.
Perfect.
I'm an American.
Perfect.
I like Rex. I like Rex a lot. He's my favorite.
Clearly, you're American.
I'm from Texas. All right, Bill, what you got?
I couldn't do a Boston accent, okay?
Okay. So I am Fritz Van Horn. I am from the fatherland. I am.
Pretty racist. Got it.
Oh, please. I am not racist. I'm just superior. I am. it's
You want to
not
arm
racist.
wrestle over that?
1886, guys.
Yeah.
So, no, I'm from. Okay, well, then we'll say Prussia. No.
There you go. Prussia.
Yeah,
That makes
Prussia
more
or
sense.
Austria. Austria.
Serve
Went
the
to
emperor.
went to school in Austria. And dressed in like a Sherlock Holmes houndstooth coat, all black.
Hey, I'm
Has
in all black.
wearing his glasses with they have like runes on the inlaid into the wood frame. Yeah, it's pretty good. Has a nice big old pipe to smoke, or cigarettes. He rolls his own cigarettes. Pulls out a tin, rolls up a
Addict.
cigarette, lights it, and sits back down and grabs his snifter of brandy. Wow. Yeah.
All right, then.
It's good.
Should you be drinking on the job?
What do you mean drinking on the job? We drink all day long. That you do when you fight demons. You would like fighting demons? I would drink all day after I run into those freaking
Well,
bastards.
of course, it is also autumn. Very good. So now that we know who everybody is, you guys, it is 8 o'clock in the morning. Quite early you were roused here. Your train leaves at 12. And you're going up to Blackwall is in York. So it's a long bit of train. You'll be there late this evening. So if you have anything you wish to do within the 4 hours before your train departs, please tell me so.
I go into meditative prayer the whole time,
Okay.
preparing myself to face demons.
Well, a true Jesuit would go find a brothel and get drunk, but all right.
I'm not that kind of Jesuit. That's why I'm so angry, Chester. If you didn't notice, I'm not. I'm
Okay.
not a happy boy.
That's fine. Anybody else?
I could do some tarot reading to make money.
You don't need money.
Oh, well, that's perfect.
I'll get a few more tools, like some daggers to throw at things.
Pretty sure you
Holy
have
water.
all the tools you need, lady.
All right, then I'm going to go get laid.
Oh, fair enough, Rex. Rex goes
there
to
you
the
go.
brothel, not the Jesuit. Perfect. Perfect. Of course, it is a bit early for the brothels, but you could spend the extra money. You guys are paid quite well to do what you do, by the way.
Apparently.
I will spend my.
Wonderful. Can I do
And since I spend my life, almost dying every time, I live life to the fullest.
There you go. And Rex doesn't know any better either, and he's really curious what that itch is. Adrian.
I'm going to just practice martial arts and prepare my,
Mind and body.
mind
Focus
and
focus
body
his chi.
Yeah, he's going
and focus my chi correctly.
He's going to.
Well,
he's
could
iron
I do
fisting.
some tarot to sort of see what's in the future for us?
You most certainly can.
Let's do that.
There are rules to tarot, however.
Oh crap!
I'm
also meditating on that piece of paper to try and figure out the evil.
Oh, fair.
That's what I'm doing.
Tarot is. There are a couple of very important rules with tarot. One, you never use anybody else's deck other than your own.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And two, you never do tarot alone. I know Hollywood tells you otherwise, but that's not actually the way it is.
Mm-hmm. You have to be bonded.
Okay, so I need to find someone to do tarot with me. Who wants to do that with me?
Not the priest or the cleric.
No.
I guess I will do that with you.
Aww.
If nobody else is going to volunteer.
Filthy pagan.
Bill.
I'm the merry man. I will not be alone with the woman playing with her.
That's a good German man. Good German man.
What a poof.
Yeah, no, later hosens lined with leather straps and spikes. Yes.
No. It is a double-breasted overcoat with a cape-like design, heavy tweed, Harris tweed, also known as maybe a Inverness coat.
Inverness coat, yes.
Yes, or the Battlestaff Milford. So I will spend my time actually researching what kind of maps and information I can find about the construction of the prison, as well, like if they have any kind of of collect like map room or blueprint room, city blueprints, that kind of stuff.
Maybe the whole thing was built on a graveyard.
And
Um,
then
and
see what history I could discover from the place as far as the land, that sort of thing.
I'm glad someone did what I told you to do. Thank you, Bill. We're not giving any experience points, but you just got +1 experience points if you did. Just write down Bill's special. Okay.
I write
And
Oh,
that
that's
down on everything already. You
that's
don't need
true.
to tell
That's
me.
true. Especially his underwear. Bill is special.
No, that's what I
Uh,
write on the front for Bill's
his
special.
special stinky underwear.
Bill's
That's
special. All right, so everybody gets on the train. Of course, you guys have been given private rooms for. This is actually a governmental train. It's not a public train, but there is a conference conference room on one of the cars, and then of course you have private rooms for yourself in the caboose. And then there's just the coal car and a double engine to get you there quicker. So you have what you need. And whilst you might want to go get some rest and stuff later, but we're going to share information now. So let's start with Bill. All right. Now, Bill went and did some research like a good boy. And this is what
Mhm.
he knows about Blackwall. Blackwall is on the outskirts of York. It's only a 30-minute carriage ride from York into the countryside. So, actually, if you're sitting at the top of Blackwall Prison, which used to be an old estate, by the way, you can actually see York down below in the valleys. So it's not far at all. And then Blackwall originally was a castle long ago that was converted into an estate that was then converted in the mid 19th century into an asylum and then converted once again more only in the past decade into being a prison. Currently, it's all chaotic, so it's kind of hard to know exactly who's who and who is in there because they have shut down two old, ancient, dripping prisons from the Middle Ages to be remodeled, rebuilt, or what have you. And therefore, Blackwall is absolutely overfull, illegally so if we were in modern time. You find that this land of York used to be have a lot of influence from the Dane hold back in the day. When the Angles and Saxon migrations and the Norwegians and all that kind of stuff started coming in, but you also know that it has had, even in the ancient times, accounts of hauntings. This is not a new thing for this property, right? And Other than logistics and stuff like that, that's the only interesting stuff Bill got. Adrian is reading a report that was done 20 years ago when it was an asylum. And Adrian's paper is very dry and very boring, but he's read through it. And he says that the person who went to do this, his name was Brigham, and he said that there were 155 accounts that he could verify of haunting experiences within the asylum. And the asylum assumed that there were at least a dozen patients who were possessed. Interesting.
So we live in a world. So essentially, the cosmology of this place is supernatural experiences are not not under suspicion. They're normal. I mean, the modern
No,
society accepts
no,
them, or is this like okay,
it's very similar to a movie version of Earth,
okay,
a
okay,
horror movie version of Earth.
okay.
Yeah. Wilhelmina's paper was written a decade ago. Matter of fact, it was written within weeks of her death. And of course, she went to following up on the paper that Adrian has read. She went to the opening of Blackwall Prison. And
Mm.
she gave an account of three hauntings that she verified herself. Now, Wilhelmina was a medium, and therefore she is someone who would be trusted within the Paranormal Institute, the society. Um, and if she verified three entities existing within the walls of Blackwall, then there were three that were there, as far as the institute would be concerned, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but hers is a little more whimsical. She kind of rated them as being pretty low powered, and et cetera, et cetera. Now, she's not an exorcist or a cleanser or anything like that. She's just a medium. But hers was nowhere near as horrifying as the previous paper when it was an asylum. However, these are the various bits of information you guys have gathered. This place has been haunted for 5 centuries at least. So
We could be dealing with a lot.
you could be.
Something quite large for such a historic, storied history. Excuse me.
Now,
Or perhaps a larger spirit that draws other spirits to it.
That is what I just said.
wow, lost in translation. Oh, so anyway, so you
Christ.
guys,
Anglos.
English, you get there very late at night. We'll say 10 o'clock. I don't really know how long it takes to get from London to York by train, but we'll say 10 o'clock. And you guys are taken to a hotel for the evening. You'll be brought up in the morning. Now, of course, York, even at this time, is a rather large place. It's kind of the anchor or the power of the North. It's a very important city. It's sprawling. When you guys get there, there's still a lot of nightlife going on. But of course, you're taken by carriage to a. It is a hotel, but it's not publicly known. Keep in mind, this is all in association with the government, the Kingdom of Britain, as it stands right now. And you guys are, unless there's something specific you want to do, you get your rooms, and everyone awakes in the morning to breakfast.
There was no um, way we could have gone to see if any kind of records upon the prison itself, is there? It's in York.
In the morning, we should do that.
It's a bit
Okay.
late for such things. Yeah.
All right.
Good
Closed.
thinking, Tex.
Get
Right.
good rest.
So, you guys are having nice English breakfast, of course. The
This
jams
is not
and
a biscuit. This is
the
hard as rock.
yeah,
Sausage
This is
and
not a biscuit.
tomatoes.
Scones.
scones.
That's-
But yeah, they don't really eat scones for breakfast. That's more of an
Whatever.
afternoon tea thing.
Whatever.
Anyway, whilst you're sitting around talking about your mission, of course, the Texan here, the American, mentions that he would like to go to a library and investigate any local information about Blackwall. Does everyone concur?
I would say that's a good idea.
Sounds good.
All right.
Yes. Yeah.
Now,
9.
now Douglas has been traveling with you, which has happened before. Douglas is often attached to your party. He is a secretary in the old sense of what that word means, and he is very good at facilitating things. So by the time you guys are done with breakfast, he has coaches waiting, and you are taken to the local library. Now, the local library in York is a very, very beautiful building, as are most of the buildings in York, as most buildings used to be. And of course, you are escorted to the exact location you need to be. Now, several books are pulled out by the librarian, a very old and a little bit doddery woman by the name of Bethany. But she's very helpful, and she has glasses that are down around her nose and chains on it, of course. I just went to the 70s or 60s for some reason, whatever.
All right.
Whatever. But a bunch of books are put down on the table, and you
Sorry.
guys start rifling through them. All right, so this is what I need. Our first roll of the game. As you guys are
Fine.
going through these books and looking at them, to expedite, or because you do have to get up to the prison, let everyone here give us an intelligence roll. If you have any skill that applies to architecture, history, or just research, or general knowledge, whatever, apply it. Of course, skills give you +2 to rolls. Otherwise, just use your stats, and go ahead and make a roll.
What are we rolling? 6?
D20,
Oh!
of course.
20.
22.
Very good, Thundera.
I think these don't interest me. They're not holy books.
Well, that's appropriate.
Oh,
I didn't do good
Nice
either.
CC.
12. That's good.
Yeah, it's
That's
success.
better than 1.
Okay,
It's
cool.
a minor success, yeah. In this game, if you roll a 12, that is a minor success.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
I have to refresh mine.
Here, I'll roll in here. I should have kept my
There you go.
roll.
14.
All right. So now the monk and the medium are able to find some extra information. So we'll go with the medium first because Adrian's was higher. His is a medium success. So we'll start with CC here. Now, you find that the original castle that was
Medium
built on
success.
those grounds was actually because this is very far north for this, but was actually a Roman fort, a castium, that was converted by an Angle lord. So we're
Excellent.
talking 1300, 1400 years ago, right? And of course, it was Roman built, so it's even older than that originally. So we have occupation near 2,000 years on that site as far as the information in this library. Now, Adrian, you rolled higher. And you find out that the reason it's called Blackwall is it's actually named after the last ruler of the castle before it was lost because he died without heirs and it ended up getting transferred into the state. And his name was Alabaster Blackwold. That's Wold.
Yeah.
And of course, it's named after him. And an important thing about this fellow, because he passed away during the Restoration, the Protestant Reformation, right? Was when all that are happening and Protestants were getting murdered left and right, and all the witchcraft burnings and all all that nonsense when that
Yep.
was going on. And although he was a lord and could not be dealt with in the way a commoner would be, he was accused heavily by many people, not only of the common folk, but also of the lordly type, of being involved in the occult and possibly being a witch.
Interesting.
So the entire place has ties with the occult.
It does. So, your carriages take you to Blackwall. As you're coming out of the city, of course, by this time the day is in full order. It's quite a sunny day over York, which is abnormal, seeing as it pretty much rains almost every other day in Britain. But you're coming into the countryside. All the farmers are out doing their stuff, and like I said, in short order, a mere 30 minutes, you're going through a very large stone gate that has a very odd symbol over the top of it. And below that, it says Blackwall Prison. Now, the symbol is up there. There is a person in your party that would probably recognize that.
Yes, what is that?
CC, make a roll.
What does that say?
What dice?
Same thing.
20,
20
27.
sided.
Oh,
But this is occult related. So now let's see what you got. So you rolled pretty low, but that's okay.
Yeah, I did.
So you have occult, So that would add +2. So now we have an 8. What is your intelligence?
My intelligence is 17
Very nice.
Plus
plus
So
3.
That's 4.
so that's no, 17 is +3.
Oh, okay.
So that would bring it up to an 11. Now I gave you 6 points of to put into whatever you wanted. Did you add anything to occult knowledge or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
Just
Uh,
talking to the dead and no. Yeah, nope.
okay. So you know that you've seen that symbol before, but it just, it's on the tip of your tongue. You guys crest the hill after going underneath the gate, and of course, you notice immediately as you guys look out, it's gray skies around you now. It was quite a sunny day, but for some reason it's quite gray out here. And you see the landscape here. Someone has gone about cutting down pretty much every tree on the property. You're not sure why, but there are stumps just scattered everywhere. And of course, this is a rocky terrain around York, so there's a lot of boulders sticking out here or there. It's quite muddy, and you're coming up the path, though, however, is cobbled. And it's cobbled from Roman time. These are Roman cobbles. And of course,
Nice.
they still function as Roman roads do all over the world. And as you crest the hill and you see Blackwall in front of you, what faces you first is this giant black facade of a castle. And then stretching out on either side are the wings of the former asylum, now turned into a prison. You cannot see what's behind it, but you would assume there's more structure. As you come up to the castle itself, it has been retrofitted from its ancient time, and the carriage that is carrying you passes through one gate and then another, with a guard checking with the driver, of course, at each gate, and then you're brought into a courtyard. As you all pile out of your carriage, you are greeted by the warden of the prison and 2 of his superior guards. The warden introduced himself. Now, this guy is rather short, looks kind of German, one of the Adolf types. And he's got himself a pencil thin mustache. And although he doesn't carry a beard, it looks like he hasn't shaved in a day or 3. He's got a quite tight haircut that is salt and peppered. And he has a pair of spectacles on, and it's quite evident around his neck. He's wearing a very nice suit, of course. He has a tie cover like they used to wear in the 19th century around his tie, and it prominently is displaying a crucifix. He introduced himself as Kenneth Campbell, Warden of Blackwall, and he welcomes you.
Kenneth Campbell.
Yeah,
Good day to
Scotch
you,
name.
sir.
Good day,
look-
Warren Campbell. I
I
believe
look
you
at his
know.
crucifix.
I believe you know who we are and why we are here.
I do.
Yes.
You've been expected.
Good. So we enter into a place private and start our discussion.
Certainly. First of all, let me introduce you. This here is Randolph, as he points to a very thick mustached man in
Oh,
a
my manners.
prison uniform. He has the marking of a sergeant. Next to him is another sergeant, and his name is Mark. So we have Randolph, Mark, and Kenneth is the warden. And of course, with those formalities done, you guys are led into the prison. You're not checked or anything like that. They know who you are and why you're here. Um, and you come to the front of the prison, and he takes you to an executive area, right? Into an office, and he asks you to sit down. There is another guard of lower rank who quickly brings tea to everybody. And the scones that were desired by lady.
Bang, 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 bang. These are hard, damn it. What, you suck them in the tea or something?
Oh, Dave is throwing his German down now. I'd take a beer. if you want to ship me one, Dave. But anyway, so he gets right to it. This guy is not the type that messes around. He's very clear and concise,
I
as you
like
would
him
have to
already.
be to run a prison. But nevertheless, he gives you the general information before he starts answering questions. He tells you that he's currently dealing with 3,000 inmates,
Good lord.
which is insane. It's a big
Wow.
building, but wow. He says he's tripling and quadrupling up many of the cells. He can't, of course, he can't mix because he's been given one of the prisons just shut down was a female one, so he's had to allocate an entire section just to the women. He's also way understaffed. Other than what you see in this room, I have only an additional 10 guards. It's not enough. We do have a surgeon on site as well as 2 nurses, and there's also a chaplain, although he does not leave the chapel often these days. He explains
What
to
you're
you
saying is you have a situation of chaos.
that is an understatement, sir.
Mm.
What is keeping the prisoners from revolting?
Bars.
And that is not going to last long.
No, possibly not. The problem we're having is this. This place has always been haunted. I've been here since we opened as the prison, and be fair, even longer. I used to work as a guard at the asylum, although went and worked another assignment after that before being brought here because of my knowledge of the place. There's always been, shall we say, abnormal activity here.
Abnormal.
Naturally.
But it is little apparitions that would be seen out of the corner of the eye, or knocking, or sounds, or something of this nature. I don't like to use the word. Well, I didn't used to like to use the word haunting, but it is haunted place. I'll just be
Haunted
straight
is
with
an
you.
understatement. This place is
Well,
dripping with spirits.
well, I'm going to get to all of yours impressions and walking here in a minute. But he says things have changed. And they have changed very recently. And the problem is I don't know why it's changed. I can't put a finger on it. However, I know when it changed. And therefore maybe this is the cause. Earlier
Could you
this
tell me?
year, well, let me finish my dialogue and I'll get to you guys in a minute. Earlier this year, we had an invention brought in from our neighbors across the pond, an American creation for execution. It's called the electric chair.
Oh my God.
I've heard of those.
Well, they
They
tested it
got-
first here
Sparky.
upon a prisoner by the name of John Smith.
Of course,
Mm.
Johnson.
Now, John
Sounds like a
was quite
heretic.
the prolific murderer. He was indiscriminate in what he liked to kill, maybe possibly inspired by that whole Jack the Ripper nonsense down in White Castle that happened some years ago.
Mm.
But nevertheless, he was caught and he was tried justly by our king's court to be executed, but they chose him to do the testing. Since his death, and I assure you he is dead, things have gotten dark and worse. I don't know that I can make a direct connection, but it's the only one I have. So
Mm.
let's deal with this in stages. First, anyone that has any sensing ability, which I know
Yep.
several of you do,
Mm.
as soon as you
Oh.
cross the gate coming in here, you got hammered. This place, if you have any visions or anything like that, your abilities, this place is almost like a heat wave coming off a street in summer. It's
Mm.
just
Mm.
waving in the frickin' air. It's so bad. This place is dripping with evil, right?
Yep.
And you've never experienced anything of that like in your life. Those of you who have that ability. Even the ones who don't, You all have experience doing these kind of things, and you can feel it even if you don't have the ability. This place is bad. And just the nature of the guards and the warden. They are professionals and they're still acting professionally, but you can see they're disturbed and they are weary. They are definitely
Mm.
weary by the events of late. Now, of course, this execution happened months ago, many months ago. And like I said, this place has always been haunted, he said, but it was never like this. And it started shortly after, not immediately after, but shortly after the execution of John Smith. Um, and that's the only correlation he has for you. It could be a complete red herring, as far as you know, but that's all he has. Now, that's everything that you automatically feel and the information you're given initially. You have powers, you have questions, you have what have you. Go.
All right. Well, first thing I'm gonna do is I want to check out this man's crucifix around his neck
Okay.
because it looks interesting to me with my background. So I walk up to him. What church are you from?
I am from Ireland originally, sir. I am a Catholic, of course.
Catholic. That doesn't look like a Catholic's
It
crucifix. What is
looks
that?
exactly like a Catholic's crucifix, actually.
If you say so, DM. Okay, fine. Then what I also do is, since I have the ability to sense evil, I was overwhelmed incredibly once we crossed
You
into
were.
here.
You were. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, and I asked them, you say this started around the time of John Smith's death, yes?
It started precisely 8 days after his death,
8 days after his death.
which is three
And
months
you're
ago.
and you're certain there's been no other paranormal or demonic activity?
No, there's always been some paranormal activity, like I said, but the level is different. Things are throwing around, prisoners are killing themselves. Our morgue is overfull with bodies. We've asked for help. We've asked for additional guards. We've asked just to have the bodies taken out, and we have gotten nothing other than being told we are quarantined, which, if you didn't know, you are now as well.
What?
Well, that's
No, we
Oh, well,
unfortunate.
weren't told that.
that's interesting.
And the
That
reason why the place is quarantined because of the hauntings or because of something else?
You don't know. He doesn't know, but you do know the king sent a messenger, and that's not nothing.
Well, the
Well,
fuck was that?
so what you're telling us is we need to find out what the problem is to get unquarantined, possibly.
I would
Mm.
assume you would have to solve the situation. I am told you are
Mhm.
experts.
of course we are. Ach du lieber.
After John Smith was killed, what was the first thing that you noticed besides just an increase in activity? Was there anything extra unusual? Anything you would call you've seen many hauntings here. You've seen spirits of all kinds do all sorts of things. Anything cruel or brutal?
Oh yes. And
Like?
he explains that there have been a large increase in prisoners hurting themselves. There have been an increase of prisoners killing themselves, which I know that you don't have experience with policing in a prison, but suicide is actually rather rare. You would think it would be higher, but it isn't. So that is an increase. We've also had a lot higher increase of sighting of apparitions, and the apparitions are acting differently. Um, I couldn't explain to you what I mean by that, but I've been here for a while. They
Mm,
are different. We
erratic, agitated.
there's
So things have
yes,
become more malicious, is what you're
yes,
saying.
without question, I would say so.
Mm,
Yes,
What was the
mm.
first event after the execution that you would say was the sign of the maliciousness?
a
Is there
he looks at the lady in the room, and he says, I'm a bit I'm a bit soft to
Lost
Have
it.
a
say.
word.
Well,
We,
no, because there's a woman in the room, but he says
mm,
one of the
Oh.
nurses who has been replaced by now, she became pregnant.
say no more, say no more. Where do you
Oh,
have a log of such incidents?
He takes out a gigantic log and puts it on the desk.
Mm-hmm. Now, where is the implement, the electric chair, stored? We would like to
Um,
inspect the area, please.
that has been put in the off room. Was put in the off room of the morgue, but we have it in storage currently.
Hmm.
Did you stop doing executions?
They were just testing it here.
Ah,
so he was the only one executed with the chair.
That is correct.
All right.
Could we maybe go to the chair and I see if I can talk to anything with my medium skills?
That would be a
Well,
good
for that,
idea.
we may also want to go to the location of the execution.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah,
That would be
Yep.
great.
that would be true. But before we do that stuff, let's deal with what's in this room right now. Does
Okay.
anyone else now you do have been given a log, and I'm assuming someone's immediately looking through it. But
Smart
does
one.
anyone have any kind of questions for the warden or what have you?
I do.
Yeah.
A warden. Has anyone, other than us, obviously, tried to exorcise any of these spirits? This place has been infested for centuries, thousands of years, allegedly. Do you know of anyone who has come through and attempted to remove them?
I do believe that the place has been tried. They have tried to purify it on several occasions, but it didn't stick. But to be fair, until this recent behavior, it's not really anything that's too concerning.
Mm. Spirits should always concern you, especially when they're apparitions. Uh, all right, all right, all right.
is this the oldest part of the structure, or is there older
The
parts?
one you're in right now is, yes. The wings where that have been converted into the prison cells and various work areas um, is a newer construction, but you're in the ancient part. Matter of fact, the ground level and you would assume level underneath of you, which you're not looking at, is
That's my next
actually
question.
Roman. The upper
So this
part
would
above you
be
is modern, more well, not modern, but the Danehold Castle that was built above it.
Roman
okay.
spirits.
Warden,
So the boop, boop, boop. Yeah.
So there is a structure
Where did it?
underneath us.
Of course,
There
there
is
would
the,
be. Yeah.
Warden, do you know of any prisoners that may practice occult?
Hmm.
Um, I
Heathens.
have files on most of the people that are in here. To be honest with you, the past few months have been crazy. We're just getting absolutely overloaded. I don't have information on everybody here.
what about your floor guards? Would they have any knowledge of the interpersonal actions of the inmates?
You should certainly interview them.
I shall. So, Sergeant Mark, do you have recommendations for your officers that we may interview?
He nods his head and says,
Please,
"I do indeed, sir."
I thank you, good sir. Sergeant Randolph, I assume that you too would have. Do you, Sergeant Randolph? Give me your hand.
Ta-da!
Randolph looks at the warden, and the warden nods his head, and he comes over and puts his hand out.
I'll get a read of his glove or his hand.
He's extremely pensive and worried. He has a wife and 2 children.
It's a good sir, Randolph. I would trust that you would be most assist us as much as best as you can. So tell me, what part of the prison are you in command of?
I am in charge of the general day, he says.
And Sergeant Mark, you are in command of the same, or what is your area of authority?
He says he's in charge of workstations.
Who is in charge of the evening, the overnight shifts? And when do they report to work?
Well, since we were locked down, we're all here all the time anyway.
But of course, excuse me for forgetting, I'm not used to being in quarantine yet. Not happy about that. But then when that captain or sergeant is awakened, we shall interview him. But I think we should also pursue the. Tell me, what is the purpose for the basement of this building? What do you use it for?
Right now, it's been converted into overflow cells.
In the directly underneath us is overflow cells, correct?
Yes. Used to be
Okay.
just holding pens for incoming and outgoing prisoners, but currently it's actually serving its purpose.
I shall inspect that area. Sergeant, if you would.
All right, so let me go to does anyone else have questions for the warden?
Negative.
I do. Warden, Mr. Keith, is there a section in the whole prison that is having the most activity, like with these things coming up, like the things popping up? Maliciousness.
He says, well, he does have a log he put down in front of you guys, but he says certainly it's the right wing
Okay.
The right
Usually
wing.
is.
or the eastern wing, I guess he would call it.
And,
Which was
how-
built during the restoration, right?
That's right, when they were converting it into an asylum. Yeah.
and that the asylum, not the prison.
Well, it's then when they made an asylum, they added wings, right?
Right.
And then
And the eastern wing was added in.
the east wing is the worst, although the west does get its fair share. But of course, 10 years ago, they took the asylum and they turned it into a prison.
Yes, that is something very interesting in the events that had happened 10 years ago. I have reason to believe that a certain manifestation occurred and was fallout from that. What area of the buildings were there alterations? Construction?
He goes and he pulls out blueprints on the various constructions, reconstructions, remodeling, etc., etc. He's
Start
able to
pouring.
pull out everything you need.
I'll start pouring through those and try and cross-reference cartography with any sort of occultish symbolism in the blueprints, a la Ghostbusters.
Sure.
You know.
Okay, so you're on that. Now, Adrian, did you have any questions?
I do. And my name is Abraham. Thank you.
Abraham, yes.
Is there logs from that time period in this building, like during the asylum? Is there logs
No,
of the
there aren't, unfortunately. He does have the various blueprints and stuff. Of course, that would still be here, but asylum records, of course, were moved with the asylum.
Where would those
Like I said,
possibly
he
be
did
moved
work
to?
here during that time, and he said it was nothing like it is the past few months.
Yes. Okay.
Hmm.
Oh,
Is
there
anything
some-
known about John Smith?
He gives you a separate file on him.
Hmm.
Now
I'm gonna look through that.
he does have 1,000 files here of the prisoners he had originally. This place is designed for 1,000. It was at full operation, but they just tripled it on him.
Excellent decision.
And of course, he does have a file on John Smith, and he's a bad man. There's a photograph of John, not only a photograph of him in life, but a photograph of him in death. Seeing as you are a very keen-eyed Jesuit, something in the death photo catches your interest. Go ahead and give me a wisdom roll, please.
A 20.
Oh. You
There we
roll a
go.
20? Oh, no, okay.
No, I'm rolling it right now. I rolled a 12, but my wisdom is really high. Hang on. So plus 5 wisdom, so 17.
17, plus you probably have a skill that applies as well.
Oh, yeah.
You're already past what you need anyway.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you notice that there seems to be a cloudiness on the film about the face of the dead man. And you really would like to have a magnifying glass or something. Do you have anything like that? I'm sure someone in the party does.
Doing my tool chest, yes.
Yeah.
One
Let me
moment.
see that.
Of course, my friend.
And I look at it. Look at it
Uh,
real close.
you focus those old man eyes
Yeah.
and with the magnifying glass, and you want confirmation, so you ask everybody to take a look, and everybody does, and you all agree that that kind of smudging, which photography has been around decades by now, right? Um,
Mm-hmm.
it
Oh.
seems to be in the shape of another face, just aside the face.
Ghosting.
Creepy.
Not the same face, a different
It's
face.
not detailed enough, but it's certainly in the
Mhm.
shape of a visage.
Mhm.
Mm. So either he
Is
was
that
possessed or something was following him.
Mm-hmm. But his body's gone now.
Oh yes, his body
It's been
is
long
long gone.
gone.
Yeah.
Hmm. We need to go to the place where he was killed.
Yep. That's one of the
Yes.
things on the list. If no one has any other questions for the warden, we'll start going to the various places you want to go.
I probably just thinking out loud. Like, I wonder where Blackwall was killed or died at.
You're not you don't have the charisma for that guessing.
Sorry.
All right,
Where?
let's start with CC. Now, you wanted to go a couple places. Where's the first place you want to go?
I just wanted to go to where where John Smith died or the electric chair and see if I can commune with the dead, like talk to him.
Pick one.
Let's do the electric chair.
All right.
Sparky.
So you're taken
Mhm.
down by Mark to storage, which is actually below where you are right now. And there's, excuse me, it's in the basement. There's a basement opening that allows go into both wings. So this is kind of serves as a storage area. He takes you down, and you hear a bunch of rustling and commotion off to your left because these are where the cells are. But he takes you to the right into the storage room. Now this is all Roman stone structure here, which means it's all brick. And it's very strong and stout, thick. And this room is just full of crates and such as it was in the old time. They use a lot of wooden crates back in those days, and barrels and various things like that. Canvases rolled up and set atop these various wooden objects. And of course, he goes over and he takes a sheet off of this very odd contraption, which you've never seen before. It is a rather new thing, particularly here in Britain. And there before you stands a old classic wooden electric chair. And what do you want to do with it?
Start trying to talk to the dead.
So you want to just do your medium thing. Now,
Yeah.
I'm gonna check to see if it's plugged in first and tell her,
Oh,
well,
no.
don't you sit down in it?
of course, it's not plugged in, lady. It's in storage. Come on now.
I mean, I
Now,
definitely don't sit down or anything like
there
that.
is a bit of a problem
Oh
because, well,
no.
no. What are your abilities? Tell me your abilities again.
My ability is I ward off evil spirits, I talk to the dead, and I am a polyglot.
Right. Okay.
So if someone's
Um,
dead and they speak another language, I can talk to them still.
Well, therefore, you're not going to do as something as extreme as a séance because you need people for that. You need their
Okay.
energy. Otherwise, it's extremely dangerous for you to do that. But just simply having a general sensing and trying to, you know, see if there's anything there to communicate. You probably have with you like a little bell or a little pendant that you dangle. You have something that a medium would have. You
Hmm.
pull that out and
Focus.
you start doing your thing around the chair, and you get nothing at all.
Oh no.
Hmm.
Mm.
I shall. I am
Are
not
we all
going
with
to.
her, or is she by herself with the guard?
I
I
went.
I would assume some
But
of you went with her, yeah, because you're all kind of going. I'm sure we'll get split in the future here, but right now you guys are kind of, and
Okay.
this is one place everyone wanted to go, I'm sure. Um,
yeah, I will.
and
I will put a bookmark in the blueprints and return to these in a minute. I'll follow
or
the
you could
group.
just stay there and keep doing what you're doing.
Well, I did want to put get a reading from the electric chair as well as the place of execution, the room.
How
Right,
big
which
is
we'll
the
go
I'm
to
storage
sensing.
next.
space?
We'll go to next.
So
I'm
I'll get
sensing
the.
nothing, guys.
No,
I shall try.
you don't. His powers are slightly different than yours. What was that,
Perfect.
Thundero?
How big is the storage room? Is it like a warehouse? Is it just a room? What is it?
It's what you would kind of expect in a kind of a wine cellar, casket cellar.
Okay.
Yeah. It's so
Can
it's
I
pretty
use
big.
my sense evil here? Like try and focus it, see if I can
Well, it's
feel anything
you would
suggestive.
have to try to focus it. So go ahead and give me a wisdom roll to do that.
There's evil
Wisdom
everywhere, man.
roll.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
problem. It's a problem.
It,
Well,
yeah.
that's just going to be a 19
Yeah,
before
okay.
I even do any skills. So I
This
think I
Nice
room,
failed.
roll.
no, this room is not particularly heavy in anything at all. This room
Okay.
seems to be dead as far as what you guys do.
So it's
And
not attached to the chair.
no,
That face had
uh,
nothing to do with the chair.
Bill, you get the same thing. The chair, of course, seeing as you have psychometry, the chair does give you uh, a feeling and imagery of the people who made it. It was actually made in America and shipped over. So it's literally an American object. And of course, you do have the grisly image of John Smith's execution itself. They actually had to hit the man 3 times.
Goodness.
I
Oof.
knew that was going to be a grisly, disturbing experience, but I'm a professional.
That's all you have in this room.
So we should
All right.
probably go to where the execution took place.
And
Yes.
they, of course, Mark is the one leading you here. He leads you in, and of course, he goes into the morgue. Now, the morgue here, even though
Hmm.
this place does have electrical light, by the way.
Mm.
This has been updated because it's a government facility.
Fascinating invention.
There are certain places that still use candles, like where you were in that cellar, but a lot of the places, especially important areas, have been electrified with a generator. Now, you go into the morgue, and even though they do have very early refrigeration here, they don't have independent shelving like we have today, but it is a cold room. But they're literally stacked like cordwood in here. There's probably 30 bodies in this room.
Unbelievable.
Mm.
And he leads
Um,
you, and of course, in here is the doctor. And the doctor will be some crazy German name.
Yeah, doctor.
His name will be Wilhelm von Winkermeyer. And of course, his 2 nurses, which are
Oh.
currently they're wrapping up a recently dead body. No, it's not. Oh, they're German nurses, so they're a little bit portly, and hair is where it shouldn't be. Nevertheless,
We're in a
um,
morgue in a prison that's cursed. Here, Thundero hears nurses and says, "Oh,
oh, okay. And you're a devout Jesuit.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But I like
Mark
nurses.
nods and introduces them real quickly, but he goes through into a operating theater, which is quite interesting. He said this is a remnant from the old asylum days. They decided to leave it, even though it's not something that is really used here. And in this room, there is quite a bit of storage right now because things had to be moved because of, more prisoners. However, in the center, where you can, there's a dais that is lift up, and there's a viewing chamber around it for people to sit. And he goes up into the center of the dais and says, "This is where they did it." Now, when you guys entered the morgue, you didn't feel anything other than normal. The medium probably had a little bit of a conniption because there's a lot of lingering spirit in this room. However,
Yeah.
this room, when you walk into it, those of you who have visions, the walls are dripping, literally, with various fluids.
Burp. Gross.
This is an evil room. It's so strong. For those of you who have vision abilities, which includes CC, Thundero, and Bill.
Mm-hmm.
All of you guys need to give me a saving throw. Wisdom saving throw, please.
Well, that should be easy enough.
It's
Okay.
20. I think it's
Mhm.
a 6.
Yeah, D20. Always D20. Yeah.
Oh, D20.
Plus your wisdom.
Plus your wisdom.
She was.
Okay.
Yeah, I got a 20.
Nice.
My wisdom's stupid high.
Ooh, CC. Ow.
Oh no!
Ooh, ouch. 2.
So a whole 2 points over here.
No,
Okay.
you rolled a natural 1.
And Bill?
I'm pulling up
Um,
the site. Sorry, I had to close it because it was driving me absolutely nuts. And I don't really have any skills that are going to help me with this, so I just have my stat of a
Oh,
13
yeah, mine would have even been higher than that.
is a
actually.
+1. Okay, so 16. Got
All
lucky.
right, no
Because
problem.
I also have
Um,
resistance to this stuff.
yeah, no, that's fine. CC,
yes.
you are so overcome with dread and horror in this room, the just overwhelming evil. It's too much for you, and you have to leave. You just
I'm
leave the
leaving,
room.
guys.
All right.
I'm out.
You go into the morgue itself, which doesn't have that feeling at all. One of the nurses, a kindly, portly old German lady, comes over. She sees your distress, and she comes over and says, "Oh, my dear, are you okay?" And she puts her hand on your shoulder, and she's just trying to comfort you
She's evil too. Be careful, she's evil.
because she's
Oh, sorry.
German.
Oh.
All right.
No,
yeah,
because she's possessed by the devil.
All right. Now, she leaves the room promptly,
she's
and
gone. She's out.
that's
See
fine.
ya.
The rest of you
I-
are able to withstand it or didn't have to make the roll. However, you all notice, as does Mark, he actually kind of pulls his lapel tighter to his chest. The temperature in this room drops drastically.
Mhm.
I mean, it's like below zero all of a sudden. You all can see your breath. Everybody here knows exactly what that means. Even Mark, he's been here long
Mhm.
enough. And you start hearing knocking and shuttering, and just unrecognizable voices echoing throughout the room.
Excellent.
What would you like to do?
Can I sense evil right now?
Oh,
Trying to
dude,
pinpoint what
without
this is.
question. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna roll that. +5.
You don't need to roll it.
Oh, okay.
You sense evil. Yes.
Well, I'm
I
trying to
use
figure
my-
out what it is. I'm trying to like pinpoint it. What we got here.
Well, we
Obviously,
see
it's some
those
sort
who
of
have
specter.
who have a specter tracking kind of stuff, like
Yep.
text and my spectacles. The
Yeah, you all have
echo-
your abilities. You know what you can do. It's written down. So just go ahead and tell me what you do. Let's start at the top.
There
Bill.
we go.
All right, I will use my ectothermic energy sensing spectacles and see
Mhm.
where the source of this is what it is, what it looks like, as well as start to load my Springfield.
All right. You focus in the goggles, and then you go into your. I would assume the Winchester is already loaded, so you cock it or load a shell into the chamber, I guess.
Bolt
And
action.
as
Yeah.
it's a Winchester, a 79, one of the best rifles ever made. But nevertheless, you're looking around the room, and there's about, I don't know, a dozen spirits that are just kind of glaring at the group. But there's one in particular that catches your eye. All the other ones kind of have a purple haze to them through your glasses. But one of them, it's more of a purple black ichor. And it's got a very masculine shape to it, although it isn't as defined as the other apparitions. And its eyes, in this case, are red, and it is especially glaring at the party, most specifically the Jesuit.
Hmm.
There is I see about a dozen spirits in here. One in particular is most definitely the evilest, and it has its attention upon you, Sir Friar. Or
Father,
what do you father? On
yes,
you, father.
Fata.
Fata.
Faja. Hang on a second. I'm outside.
Vada would be the word.
Where the hell is his
Okay,
spell? He'll be all right.
lady,
Uh-huh.
do you have any abilities to sense or
I
see
have,
evil or anything like
yeah,
that?
paranormal tracking.
Oh, right. Okay. You see wisps of energy throughout the room. You're definitely in the presence of supernatural beings. Adrian,
No one's trying to communicate with them, right?
I'm
My
going
other lady.
to.
Yeah, yeah. Whichever one's closest, I like flip a sword through it, see what happens.
no, we're
I
not.
don't.
We're not doing initiative. We've done what I'm going to do
Okay,
with you, Adrian.
Oh,
done
I'm
with
I'm
me.
going to focus my chi into the ghost fist, which is like
So you're
the
preparing for
energy
battle. Okay.
preparing for
Um,
battle. I feel like there's something about to go down.
certainly. And now, Thundar, you could do whatever it is you wanted to do.
I am going to use my protective barrier on myself, since apparently the red-eyed spirit is looking right at me.
Okay. So. Now, Bill's the only one who has a clear look at this, and all of the apparitions, as you're kind of looking around the room and trying to analyze the situation as a good German boy would do, um, what you notice, very interestingly, now that you're focusing, is the dozen apparitions that are around, they're all mouthing something. You can't hear a distinct voice from them, but they're all trying to speak, and you can only see their mouth movement distinctly. Do you have any abilities like read lips or anything like that?
No.
Well, give me an
But
intelligence roll then.
okay. I would say that I could do. You said 17 was +3. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So 16.
It's not hard because it's pretty much a single word they're all saying. Run!
Ah, understood. Run, idiots!
So what does the party do?
Hmm. Well, we
I'm
run
Three,
going to run.
Run. Leave the room.
two,
Leave the room.
back out of the room.
I'll be the last one leaving the room, backing out.
CC, you're kind of recovering your composure from that just incredible sense of dread you had to deal with, and the entire party comes back into the morgue. All of them armed and ready for combat, as they scurry in here very quickly.
I hide behind them.
Good, that's you are smart.
Yes.
For sure.
They look like they're ready, and I'm not mentally ready yet.
As you guys do this, you see, well, Bill sees, well, actually, no, everybody sees.
Oh.
This room, you just see a ton of spirits pass through the wall. Like I said, there was 12 of them, right? But as they enter into this room of the dead, Bill, you notice another thing in this room. There are crucifixies,
Yeah,
Crucifixes.
crucifixes,
it's
uh,
plural. Is the
uh,
singular.
yeah, all around the room, and you're noticing they're glowing golden light.
Mm.
No,
And this is
no.
also something that CC would be able to see. Um,
Mhm.
and as the spirits come through, now you can hear them more distinctly, whereas in the other room, their speech was jumbled, and you could see their person, their apparition selves. And as they flow through the room and kind of circle around you, and then just disappear in kind of like a puff, they're all saying to danger, danger, run, 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 evil. And as they say that and disappear from the room, they are terrified, by the way. Their voices these are ghosts that are scared. Okay.
Hmm.
The door into the operating theater smashes and bulges again. There's no window on this door, but the door is being hit and struck from the other side. And every time this happens, CC and Bill, the crucifixes glow more significantly. Something is trying desperately get into this room, but it's not having success at it. Although you're kind of surprised that door hasn't snapped yet.
Hmm.
And the door physically, everyone can see that.
Oh yeah.
So it looks like we have a juggernaut of a demon about to bust through this door. The crucifix are all activated in holy alarm. I don't know. This is a new one for me, to tell you the truth. And about all the spirits in this area, besides the monster demon, have fled, saying, "Run for your lives."
They all
Which is
saw
funny,
that, and they all heard that.
which is somewhat ironic. Since they are dead, they tell us to run for our lives.
Now, Thundero, your character doesn't have any kind of ghostly vision. However, you are a holy man,
Yep.
and you can feel the presence of God in this room. Now,
Oh.
you also
Yep.
notice that the priest, Bill and CC sees this as well. The priest and the two nurses are huddled behind, not the priest, the doctor and the two nurses behind him, huddled behind him. They all are grasping crosses themselves.
Hmm. Hmm. So these crosses are holding back this beast as it tries to break through the door. Uh,
The doctor says, uh, yes, he doesn't like this room.
yeah.
This
Who
is the
doesn't
half.
like this room?
Yeah, yeah.
What is he?
He is the I think it's a demon. I don't really know. I'm a doctor. I'm a man of
Hmm.
science, but he
Can
is the
can
problem.
the demon hear us, or is the walls too thick?
You don't know the abilities of the demon.
Well, I would hope we'd know what the walls look like. The reason is I'm going to ask the demon its name. If I'm going to
Oh,
exercise it, I
I
need to know
see.
what it is.
Oh, I see
Mm,
what you're saying. Yeah, no, this is not a substantial door. He can't break through it because it's a protected
The
room.
crosses. Yeah.
But you can ask its name. Go ahead.
Demon, beast of hell, by the power of Jesus Christ, I command you to identify yourself.
You hear laughter on the other side of the door.
Hmm.
The bulging stops though.
Interesting.
oh, that helps.
Randolph
Interesting. This
runs
room
into
is
the room.
protected.
He says, Mark, we got a
Beat some
problem.
ass.
Mark immediately goes to leave the room with Randolph. What do you guys do?
Well,
I'm
first we
gonna
realize this morgue is
follow
safe.
them to find out what the problem is.
Okay, so you're following them. Go ahead, Thundero.
I'm going to to basically do a quick prayer, making sure this room is still safe, blessing this room.
Very well. CC, what are you doing?
Can I ward off some evil spirits?
I would assume you were doing that already. But
Good idea.
Well,
yeah.
she was very scared, so she may not have been thinking.
Yes.
Well, she's better now.
Okay. I guess I might as well follow them as well.
Okay. What about you, lady?
Well, the sword was drawn, and I was watching the door. He never came through. Realized he can't come through.
Mhm.
Other guy come running in. A couple of them ran out. 2 of them followed, right? CC
Yeah.
and
Well, I'm kind of thinking everybody's going to follow, but we'll see what
yeah,
Bill
I
does.
figured. Yeah, that's. I
So I'm
called
gonna do
Bill's.
my-
And, yeah,
I need to get readings. We need readings of this malevolence in order to understand its strength.
something
Like
else is
Scottish
happening
German.
now.
Okay. Well, hold on a second, lady. So Bill, what are you doing?
I won't split the party on a one shot, so I'll go with.
Okay. Why? You don't
But
trust me?
I want to get readings.
If I left him, you'd have a chance to kill him, though, right?
Well, considering it didn't have to answer my command, it's a fairly potent demon. We know that. It was able to resist a direct holy command.
Yes, that was obvious.
Now, you guys follow the guards, and
But-
they go into the east wing. And as you come into the east wing, and they're opening doors, and all the various procedures, you see that this place is a very old stone building with a fairly narrowish walkway between cells on all sides. But they're moving quite rapidly down the hallway, and they go to the last section of the east wing. And as you all come through that gate and you're opened up, there's a sight in front of you. You hear a bunch of female prisoners screaming. You see there is one of the doors on the left-hand side, the northern side, has been, or excuse me, that would be southern side, has been completely ripped off its hinges and is in shatters upon the floor. There are 3 women in the prison garb of the age that are basic white dresses that are torn literally to various sizes of pieces upon the ground. They are very dead. There's blood everywhere. There's a female prisoner, what you would assume, in the dress. The hem of her dress and the sleeves is just at you. Her back is to you, are completely covered and soaked in blood. Her feet are as if they are dripping blood. It's just complete red and bloody. Her feet and ankles, all the way up to her calves, and she's floating in the middle of the air. And she has a guard by the throat, and she is strangling the life out of him as we speak. Now the guards, Randolph and Mark, immediately pull their guns and start firing to no avail. What does the party do?
Hold your fire. You're just gonna get that man killed.
I will use my special bullets on her.
Yes. Their guns are useless.
They are.
I'll try to ward off any evil spirits.
Would
Well, let me have initiative then. Everyone
That's
roll a
good.
20 sider. Add your dexterity to your roll, and if you took any skill or any ability to increase initiative, add that as well.
Ooh.
what's my dex? 2.
Did you roll better this time, CC?
Yes, much better. And then I add, so 13 plus 1, what would that be?
That would be a 14.
14.
Okay.
16.
16.
16.
Dang, these rolls are crazy.
Bill?
It's locked up. Sorry, we gotta.
Well, just roll yourself. I know you got a pile of dice next to you.
Okay. Now I would get the Springfield +1 and Marksman +2, Con or Dex +2.
Sure.
Is that all included, or just the
Yeah,
Dex?
no. It's an initiative roll, so it's all included. Yeah.
Okay, so that's like 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Adrian's bitching about my Halloween episode being in November.
Okay. 23.
Okay. You go first.
All right, roll to hit. What is that? I rolled a 13, so 18 to hit.
Oh, that's a hit for sure. Now,
Mhm.
we're going to keep things pretty simple with damage. Any kind of bladed item does a d6 for damage. A rifle would do a d8.
Okay.
How much hit points did we start with? I never
Oh,
even
I'm
wrote
sorry.
that down.
Everyone starts with 20 plus whatever your con is.
I got -1, so do I have 19 then? Okay.
Yeah.
I rolled a 3. Do I get a bonus for +1? So 4 for the Springfield?
Sure.
Yeah.
So
Marksman.
now
So
the other
4.
bullets did strike the body. This is a female, an actual human body. The bullets
Mhm.
from the guards, a couple of them did hit her. They are panicked and they're not necessarily the greatest marksmen. They are guards. They're in a prison, right? Um, but nevertheless, they might have been involved in the Indian campaign. But their bullets, of course, didn't seem to slow her down. Yours
Mm.
gets her attention. She drops the guard that she's strangling, and he's still alive, so good job. And she turns to face you. Now,
Oh, wonderful.
the
Wunderbar.
the visage that you see in front of you is not human, however. It's a female body and face, but it's distorted in a demonic way.
Mm.
And the eyes are just, they're not glowing or anything like that, but they are fiery, as it were. Veins are pulsing upon her face. Her long, black and gray peppered hair is literally blowing in the wind, even though there is none. And she has a menace about her, I guess would be the word.
Yep.
16s go.
All right. Well, that's me. I'm gonna try and hit her with the old exercise demons and spirits ability,
Okay.
because she's clearly possessed. So that would be a 20 in my wisdom, right?
hmm
All right.
+2.
So 20 plus. Well, my wisdom. Okay, so +7 because my wisdom is +5 +2.
hmm
So it's gonna be a crazy big roll, hopefully.
Hmm.
Yeah,
It is.
a 24.
All right.
Big old roll.
Let me make a roll in opposition. Ooh, a tie. In this case, ties go to the DM.
Wow, because he's a cheater.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I'm pretty sure my rope of entanglement's not going to do much, but
Now, in this case, okay, so you're going to try to use your rope of entanglement. Okay.
yeah.
You hit her, so your rope does entangle the body of the demon. Okay.
All
Now,
right.
Thundero,
Yep.
That's good.
you felt the presence of the demon,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the same presence you felt before, which
Mm.
is odd because you were just in the room with it when Rudolph came in. However,
Mm-hmm.
um, uh, you are knocking heads with it, and you felt that not easy, but you think that you might be able to get that done. You might be able to get that done. There was another person who rolled 16.
It was me.
Okay, so
Um,
yeah,
yeah.
you have a very special ability, similar to Thundero's, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Words
Cleanse.
off evil
Yeah,
spirit.
I'll try to get the evil spirit out of her body.
Okay.
Save
Well,
her!
it's not exorcism, but what you can do is expel evil from the area.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So go ahead and do the same thing he did. Give me a
Okay.
d20, plus you're going to add your wisdom, plus you're going to add your ability, which is +2, plus you're
19.
plus you're going to add another +2 because you have a very specific skill for it, don't you?
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Well,
+1 for wisdom,
so
and
we're
then
very, and then another +4, so that would be 24, same as Thundera got. So let me go ahead and roll
looky there.
myself.
If you get
Are
another
we gonna tie
24.
again?
Oh my
Ah,
Oh,
gosh.
I
This
got a
guy.
25.
all right.
Are you
Um,
serious?
The spirit, although bound, you're not able to push it out. It does have a bullet wound that is bleeding in it, though, where the other ones aren't bleeding. Although there's some spatter from the guard shots, and the demon just starts laughing at the lot of you, lady.
Mm.
Uh,
Oh no, I'm
taking a
sorry. You
sword.
did the no. You
I
did
already
the
did my
rope.
thing. I already
So
did my
who's
thing. Yeah.
missing? That's
I did a
everybody.
16.
Oh
a
yeah.
16.
Yeah, you rolled a 16. So you're last. Go ahead. Well, you're all going at the same time, but what are you doing?
Ugh. Yeah. Well, if they were gonna get him out of there, I was gonna do a ghost fist like punch
Well, then
onto
move
him.
up and do so.
So I guess I'm gonna do that.
Okay.
It's bound. It can't really get you.
Um. Oops. I almost rolled on the wrong computer.
16
That's
plus
16 plus. Would I add strength to that?
Yeah. Why
Oh
not?
yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, strength.
Plus your kung
So
fu-iness, so that's +2.
yeah.
Boo.
So 16, 19.
Okay, that definitely hit. Do your damage. Your damage would be a D6 plus strength.
D6.
Okay.
So 6 or
Plus
5.
your strength, please.
So 3.
So that would be 5. All right.
5.
You do this incredibly strong punch into the chest of the floating lady. The demon laughs at you, and it jumps out of her body, meaning her body crumples on the floor, and she's gasping her last bit of life. And it actually, as far as you can tell, it's left the room. However, several of
As
you
far as
have
I
the
can.
have the ability to detect things. It is still here somewhere.
Mm.
Hidden. Hiding.
Look, follow it. I'll follow it. As the body crumples, what do I see?
You don't see anything actually.
Dang
crap.
it.
Someone tend to the inmate.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I have
Okay.
first aid. I go
I'm
go
gonna
down
try
there
to
and check
track
on her.
the demon.
Okay, that is something you can definitely do. Let's do Thundara
Yep.
first. So you quickly go to the aid of the lady, but by the time you get there, she is dead.
I'll be
She
right back.
She's
just
gone.
took a lot of damage and she's dead.
All right, I give her her last rites real quick. Bam,
There
bam,
you
bam.
go. And there are other ones on the ground. There's another 3 on the ground who are dead that I'm assuming you do the same to. The
Yep.
guard is on his feet and heads over to Mark and Randolph. Let's see. Lady, do your trekking, please.
Oh, do we lose?
Lady?
There she goes.
It's 15, 16, 17.
Okay. You are able to track the vestial energies of the demon from the possessed woman, and you follow that very faint trail, but you do see that it is in the cell across the room.
Inside of another person?
Yes, but the people in that cell, other than the general commotions going on, don't seem to be aware that one of them is now harboring a demon.
Oh, excellent.
Wonderful.
Well, these are weary prisoners that have been in this place for a long time. They're
Right.
malnourished. They're it would be much more difficult for this thing to get in one of you.
Yes. Okay.
Let's see.
Ooh.
My sword would hurt her, so I don't want to do that.
Well, no.
Because nothing else I can do right now anyway.
No. Your sword is a very different thing. It's not
Okay.
like his bullets because Bill
Spiritual.
was very specific, right?
Right.
Your
Okay.
sword is a spiritual sword. It doesn't do anything to the living at all.
Oh, okay.
Just tickles them a bit. Little
Tickles them a
ticklish.
bit.
Yeah.
And
Bill's
of course,
weapon
the
is
door's
different.
locked.
It is, and of course, you don't know specifically
Call a
which
guard
one they
over.
are, although you do have people in the party that would know that. You guys discuss amongst yourself what you're going to do. I'm going to put some water on the boil.
Well, I think we need to figure out which one has the demon in it. The
Correct.
best way to do that is we can either taunt the demon to try and draw it out, or our medium can get in there and see if she can pinpoint it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I could totally do that.
Hopefully with a better roll.
I
Yes.
had one bad.
I mean, I had a
I-
great roll, but he just countered me. Like, you kidding?
Oh, yeah, I know.
I don't know what he's talking about. I had a great roll too.
You had a great
did.
roll. I'm saying when you were in the other room, that roll was the one.
Yeah. No, we don't need another one.
We don't need another one.
I'm assuming I also have a crucifix.
I
but
will
wonder
ask
what
the
that-
guard to come unlock this door very loudly
Yes.
while keeping my eyes on the demon.
Yeah, I think me and you should be prepared to hit that thing when it comes out.
I'm going in the cell. See if it'll run out or something. I gotta go to the bathroom. Be right back.
Where is Bill? Is Bill here? He said be right back earlier, but did he come
Well, then
back?
I might as well use the restroom.
Yeah,
too.
you might as well go use the restroom because I got to use the restroom too.
Oh, for the love of God. Apparently I'm running the stream,
Potty
folks.
break.
Chat. Where you at, chat? It's awfully quiet over here now. Everybody leave. Everybody go home. Everybody
know.
go watch the election.
Yeah.
Let's see. We only got Adrian. We got Ethereal over here talking. Hello, Ethereal Dragon. Looks like you're home. Done being a polesman. Yeah. We also need Bill to come back. He probably has some sort of gizmo or a gadget to help us figure out which one of these people has the demon in it. Once we figure that out, my very first move is going to be to blast the son of a bee. So,
Yeah.
because he can't possibly roll like that again. That was
I
crazy.
realized my mistake was I did not give my character with the ghost fist ability to see things.
My mistake was saying I'm a herbalist when obviously we're not in the forest.
Yeah, I know. Well,
It's helping me none.
at the time.
Well, it might.
And
We're
I can
going to go
cook, which is
underground
helping us
eventually.
none.
Yeah. You're doing good.
It also might. It also might. We don't know yet.
Okay,
It's not looking
so I'm back.
promising.
All right, you're back, but two of our
I'm-
other people went to the bathroom, so we're
I'm
waiting.
back.
There's Bill. Bill, do you have any idea what's going on, Bill?
No. What happened? I had to take my dog out. So
Okay, so we fought the demon. Adrian punched it. It ran out of the lady. Lady
Okay.
died.
okay.
The demon then flew off. Lady tracked it. It went into a different cell, and there's a bunch of people in there. It's possessed one of those people. We have to figure out who is possessed.
Well, Bill can do that
Continue.
like automatically.
Are we positive that this is
Yes.
a demon, or are we just suspecting this?
Oh,
is
it's a demon. 100%. I
Oh
100%
no, the priest
sensed it.
verifies it's a demon without
Yeah.
question.
A strong
Okay,
one.
so I will propose the question. Why are we pursuing this demon here among the prisoners if it is also the same demon down there? So are we saying this demon is incorporeal and can travel at will through the material plane? Is it manifesting separate forms? Is it more places at one time?
Thundero?
Do you know?
CC,
No, it's
this is a very good point.
yeah.
You think?
Well, we think, yeah. I think the best bet right now is to lock this part down because it's just going to keep hurting people.
You
Obviously.
cannot lock it down if it is incorporeal.
Oh, I can exercise it, my friend. 100%.
Yes, but
We
that
just
just
have to
forces it
actually hit
out
it,
of the body. It doesn't move
and
it
then we
out
can
of the
keep
prison.
tracking it.
You do not banish.
That's
You
fair.
said
No,
this-
no, you keep tracking it, right?
Well,
He's
yes,
right.
but if I exercise it, I drain its energy into my ring, which can
Well,
lock it down.
Now, that's a very good point. You should test that. Now,
Yes, I tried, but he countered me.
CC, I rolled high. CC,
Yes.
you have a slightly different take than the other people. Lady's character is just a trained killer, just happens to deal with demons. Now, of course, everybody here knows this. You all have certain amounts of esoteric knowledge, right? I mean, this is what you do for a living. However,
Mhm.
you do know because you deal with spirits all the time, more
Mhm.
directly than they do, right? You communicate with them.
Yeah. I
Um,
probably want to find what it wants.
You might. That might be your initial inclination. However, you do know this. One, demons can, in this world, demons can display in two ways. They can either be summoned through ritual into a vessel, and they take on their demonic shape within the vessel, and they are physical beings. Okay. Most common, however, and everybody here knows this, they actually will possess. However, the one thing that you know very specifically that that Bill's character just mentioned is they usually can't jump around like that. However, because you have very specific occult knowledge, give me an intelligence roll, please.
And what am I rolling?
20.
You're
Oh,
rolling a
20.
d20 plus your intelligence plus your bonuses because you have skills and
Oh no!
Oh Lord.
So 2 plus 3 for my intelligence.
the dice does not love
then-
you.
No, it hates me.
It's not going to be enough. You're not going to build it up.
No, I'm so
Does
sorry.
anyone else have any kind of
Well,
specific
I have-
esoteric knowledge skills?
I have liturgical knowledge. I could
That would
probably
be
figure
that
out
would be
what,
fine. Go ahead and make a roll.
yeah,
that
what
would
type
be
of
fine.
demon this is. Hang on, let me get my sheet back up here. Ba-ba-ba. What's my intelligence? My intelligence is +2, +2
But
for
Bill
the
mentions it.
liturgical.
CC just by making the roll kind of mentions that that's odd that it can move like that.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah, you suck. Alrighty then.
I
So
wanted to know what this thing is, man.
you guys
And
are.
why did the government hire us?
Well, they didn't. They hired the Paranormal Institute,
Oh
and the
my
institute
word.
sent you. Right.
Yeah.
You are
Yeah.
qualified to deal with the situation.
Yep.
Well, I need someone to make a roll. Bill, do you have any knowledges or skills? I know Adrian doesn't. Or maybe
I have
Adrian
not-
does. Do you have any esoteric knowledge skills, Adrian?
I mean, outside of the mystic arts,
Sure.
I
Yeah, there you
have a
go.
detect-
Make a roll.
I have like a detect enemy's weakness.
Oh, well, that wouldn't apply at this particular moment, but Mystic Arts definitely applies. Make a roll.
Okay. I keep trying to roll on Yuri. Okay, hold on.
I don't know why you can
On
have
the
trouble.
roll.
I never have trouble with this thing. Knock wood.
Because I'm rolling on a phone and she's rolling on the computer.
Oh, I see. What a good little
Yeah.
husband he is.
Wow.
You guys suck balls.
That is-
Bill, I know you're more of a
Yes.
man of science, but do you know that's not going to get it. Do you have any
This demon
abilities,
just got
any
us
knowledge?
good.
Is anybody in this party could do anything?
Well, it's quite possible, if I recollect correctly, to my eidetic memory, that I read through the journal that had
Ah,
a
there you
complete
go.
biography and a description of most of these fucking things. Excuse my French.
Very
Sorry.
no, very good use of skills there, Bill. Plus more experience for you, even though we're not giving experience. Go ahead, make
How
your roll.
about just a bonus to roll? Let me roll at advantage. How's that?
If you'd like to do it, bring advantage into the situation, go right ahead.
Why not? Just do
Please
that.
roll higher.
Ollie, what'd you do, Joe?
Yay!
Yay.
That's a
Yeah.
20 with intelligence, so I'll
It
do
is.
that.
It is. So the scientist comes to the rescue for all the other morons. All right. Very good.
Mhm.
Bite me.
All right. So
It
you're
is
all
not
kind
your
of having
fault.
this conversation as Bill is peering into the cell and sees exactly which one is a demon because he has goggles. Very handy choice there. And Bill makes this mention. Bill says that you are correct. Well,
Eureka.
yes. Demons usually cannot move bodies like that. Possession is quite a difficult thing, even with the weary and desperate state of these prisoners. It's not something that demons do. They don't move like that. However, Bill does recall with his eidetic memory of reading a particularly monograph many years ago written by a very, very well regarded mysticist, that if a demon of powerful enough stature is inhabiting a true possession, it can in a way control other people with the possession.
Mm. So it's like
Meaning
a mirage.
the one you're in a way, the one you're looking at
What?
isn't the actual body that the demon is
Uh-huh.
within. It is
Yeah.
just controlling them.
So we need to go into that other room that the
You need to
door was
figure
in
out
while it's
where
dead.
it really is.
Where it actually
It's in that other
is.
room, definitely. Yep.
Hmm.
Yep.
Is there a
Well,
way
the
we can
problem
get
is,
this?
Let's go back to
particular-
the blueprints. Let's go back
Ken.
to the blueprints and
So
study
he
the full
knows.
plans for esoteric symbols that are made within the actual structure of the architecture.
There are none. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Before
Ah!
you go there, you know exactly which body this mirage thing is in.
He
Right?
does. But
Yes.
he surmises this. And with that summation, I'm assuming that you point the one out that it's in, Bill.
I say, it is the one there with the giant birthmark on the top of his bald pate.
Well, these are all women, but so
Women can be
it,
bald too. Yes, trust me.
fine.
Especially
This is
German
a
women.
butch woman.
Now you're going to use your Jesuit ways and test the thing with your exorcism. So you walk over
Yep.
toward the door.
Mm-hmm.
Do your
Mhm.
thing.
Do my thing. Here we go. +5. Kachowski. That's better.
21.
That's better.
Yeah,
That's what we like.
this is a lot better.
Nice big 21. Kachowie with my power to hit the thing. Oh, you gotta
Ah.
be kidding me.
Oh,
Why do
Yeah.
you get +10?
Because it's a very strong demon.
Ah, goodness.
Because
Um,
the DM cards are never in your favor,
Dude,
homeboy.
I've consistently given it +10 every time I roll.
Yeah, y'all didn't notice that earlier?
No,
yeah,
I
he
haven't.
has
I've
to
been
pay
drawing.
attention.
Now, the thing laughs at you. And of course, it's speaking in its own voice now. The other women in the cell with it start freaking out, desperate to get out. Let us out of here! Let us out of here! Now, this room you're in, of course, this hallway, it's very old school stone. It's not Romanesque like the other or lower floors were in the castle, but it is still, stone. Very English build. There are metal bars, of course, and these rooms are, they shouldn't have 4 people in them. Honestly, they shouldn't have 2. But nevertheless, these women are desperate to get out. The guards will not let them out. They do not care how much noise they make. The guards are rather done with the situation, to be fair. So what do we do? What are we going to do as this demon is laughing and cackling in
Can I
its
try to see
deep,
what he
dark
wants?
voice? Sure.
Hmm.
And how would I go about doing
Roll
that?
20
Well, you
Okay.
could just talk to it, I suppose.
and start talking
Okay,
to it.
yes. What would you like? Why are you possessing these people?
It turns its head and looks at you, and it said, "Because it's fun."
Oh
Oh
dear.
Lord.
She says, "Oh dear, he's creepy, isn't he? He's a creepy man."
And this is a female talking to a blonde this time. Middle-aged blonde with many more years of wear on her face than her age belies.
It seems like he only possesses women.
Tell him
Well,
very sternly to get out now.
that you've seen
Lord.
in your
Yeah.
time here. Yeah, this is the worst part of the prison. And someone here did read John Smith's record, did you not?
Yes.
Yeah, I did, but hang on.
Tex, why don't you rope him up? And then it
You
doesn't
got to
matter.
open the door.
You still got to open the door for me to rope her.
How many
Right,
women are in this? There's 4 women in this room.
Mm-hmm.
There
They're all
are.
gonna rush.
Now,
And the bars and the walls, they don't stop the monster, correct?
no, I kind of assume, lady, that your rope kind of did its own thing. Like when you used it before, it's like you released it and it went and entangled her.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
how
All
I
right.
was looking at it. You could do it from here
Okay.
if you wanted.
Yeah.
It's rather irrelevant, but you could
Yeah,
in
she'll
this
just jump.
situation. However,
It'll
the
just
person who read
Can I
his
ask it a
file, please
question?
give me information.
Can I ask it a question? What do I want to say? I read John Smith's file.
Mhm.
John Smith was a very, very bad man, as we all clearly know.
He's killed
He was
30 people that
executed.
they know of, although he
He
said
had a
that was
fascination.
nothing when during the court case. The
Yes.
guy had no remorse whatsoever. He laughed all the way to his death.
Correct.
And one of the things in his files was that he seemed to have a great interest in the occult.
Yes.
But the
And
other thing
Jack
in
the
the file
Ripper.
is, hold on. The other
Yes,
thing
a
in his
question.
file was every one of his victims were female.
Oh.
He seems to like ladies.
In the wrong way.
Yeah. Is this? So I'm gonna because when he died, we saw a face. We saw what appeared to be a demon that left his body. I'm assuming you're the same one. You're the one who was responsible for his madness.
Ah, you speak of John.
Yes, John.
Yes, John was a devotee of my master. Lifelong, since a little child, he enjoyed murdering helpless little creatures. Of course,
Like
it is
Peanut.
fun. Peanuts and Freds, various things like this. But yes, he welcomed us in, and I was chosen to ride him. And oh, did I enjoy the ride, as did John. He's left us now, though. You mortals, your flesh is so weak. But I remain. And these soft bodies. And he literally starts caressing the breasts and other parts of this middle-aged blonde lady. As he says this, it is so much fun to play amongst you fleshy things.
How did you meet John?
It's irrelevant. Don't ask stupid questions, priest.
Let's see. I don't think we're getting anything else out of this.
Wrap him up in the rope. Does your rope zap him or zap what?
Yeah. I'll release the rope to go wrap him up.
It doesn't even resist. It lets you wrap this lady up.
Yeah,
It
'cause
laughs
Now,
at you.
Now,
It
while
laughs
it's
at
flying,
you. Let me do my thing.
yes,
Okay.
you do your thing.
What is it you want to do, Bill?
I want to use my spectacles to try and then shoot it while it's in spirit, as long as I don't hit a bystander.
Okay.
hell of a
You're
shot.
preparing for that shot. Okay. That is going to
Mhm.
be a marksman shot, so it's going to be -4, but that's not a bad idea. All right, and perfectly. you have an opportunity to do that because as it laughs at you, it says, you know, your efforts and it looking at all of you are helpless, are useless. With
They're
that, it
helpless.
literally turns the head of this lady completely
Oh,
360
Snapping it.
and
Yeah.
drops her body on the ground. It's moving, Bill.
Natural
Yeah.
20.
Oh, nice.
Now, nat 20,
Well, that's a hit.
perfect. You hit the thing right between the eyes as it's moving, and the apparition just dissipates with a "Rah!" That was my Wicked Witch of the West.
Open the doors. Open the
Hey,
cell, guards.
Back to
You-
hell with you.
Now-
I'm gonna do
I commanded the guards to open the damn cell so we can get these women out of there.
Now, CC, give me a wisdom roll, please.
Sure can.
And they do come over and respond to your command.
Oh my word. +1, so 3.
Oh my lord.
Holy
Right?
crap, man. Did you
What
make
is
a deal
wrong?
with the devil in reverse? You're supposed to
No,
go to the
I-
crossroads, woman.
You haven't
Pretty
rolled high.
sure
That's so
Not the
bad.
corner. Not the corner deli. Crossroads. It's a rule. All right.
Why
Sorry,
was she
guys.
rolling? To try and
It's
cleanse the evil?
okay.
Is that what she was doing?
It's part of the fun. It's all good.
Now the guard does come over and open it. Of course, the other women just bolt out of the place, but they're not a threat. They're just terrified.
Yeah.
Of course, they. I'm assuming you give last rites to this woman who is very dead, by
Yes.
the way.
Yes.
Of course, there are thousands more in this place. This place is just ridiculously overpopulated.
So-
It's a crime. However, before you guys, you're giving last rites to this lady. Everyone's confused. Bill is smiling proudly because that was a crack shot, baby.
I am much
Plus
pretty lucky there.
more bonus non-existing experience points for Bill. You would be having a good day here, Bill. Just so you know.
I am. I'm
You
having
would
a good
you
day.
would be this would be good leveling for you. But as that happens, this entire place, all the bars and the walls seemingly themselves begin shaking violently. Everyone, all the prisoners are screaming. You hear screaming coming from down the hallway beyond the gate you came through. The guards are just reaching for their guns, but they kind of give up on it because they know it's useless. The whole place is just absolutely chaotic. The cacophony of metal upon metal grinding against stone is just it's unbearable, the noise. And then it comes to an abrupt halt. What do you guys do?
What unholy fiend are we dealing with here?
Let's go find the boss for the boss fight. It's 9:44.
We need to go back to that what was
back
it
to
called?
the
The
original
observation room.
Yeah.
Surgical
There's a-
room.
Okay.
The surgical observation room.
Of course, Mark goes with you again, and he leads you in, and you guys enter into the operating theater, and
Yeah, that's
it's nothing. There's no spirits here. There's no entity. It's completely clean. And of course, the
And we
actual morgue itself is very
Protected.
clean. And of course, the doctor and the nurses are smart. They don't leave this room.
yeah, very protected.
Is that
Um,
something that happens often? The earthquake?
No, Mark said he's never seen anything like that before. That's the worst he's ever seen in the 8 years he's been here.
Hurt it. It's hurt. Whatever this demon is, it's hurt.
Hurt and angry.
Can the person who can track paranormal things see anything like where? Because it was in here, 100% was
Well-
in here, and then it went over there.
Yeah, but it's not the actual demon, though.
Yeah. We don't know where the actual one is.
In the
No.
we
How
do.
many-
We
Let
do.
me-
It's in the east wing. We need to
Well,
go there.
let's be concise because we are coming up on time here. And as Bill said, we need to go to the boss fight. And I have given you all the information you need.
Uh,
think back on what I've said.
In this place that used to be a castle, was there a particular room that alabaster walled, black walled?
Well, let me back you up real quick, my friend.
All right.
Right. So 10 years ago is when we got the first indication of the problem, like the level of danger that
No,
we got
3
was
months ago.
3 months
3
ago.
months ago.
Yeah, not 10
we're
years.
not going back to when the asylum was built.
No, because
All right.
nothing was like this. Nothing's been at this level until 3 months ago.
Okay, go, Adrian. Sorry.
And it
8
started
days
8 days after John
the
Smith
execution.
died.
There you go. Thank you very much, lady.
I even wrote it down.
Good job.
Yeah, but what I was going to go for is like the problem was the evil, was it the most evil acting up part was in the East Wing, which was built 10 years ago, right?
True. Well, no, it was built hundreds of years ago.
The East Wing?
Yeah, for the asylum. But it was converted like 11 years ago,
converted 11 years
into
ago,
to be a prison, which is open 10 years ago.
So those original patients, as you call them in a place like that, they believe that at least 5 of them were actually possessed.
During the asylum years, that was in the paper written by that guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or no, that lady. Sorry, the lady, Wilhelmina.
Was there a particular room that alabaster Blackwald was known for being in?
Not really.
Mm.
So
There's
this
very
was a
little
Roman
known about
fort
him, to be honest with
originally.
you.
Of course there was.
This was a Roman fort originally, deep under everything we're in right now.
Mhm.
And they've been apparitions and spirits, but it didn't get nasty until after John Smith was killed, and it took 8 days before anything changed.
Okay, so let me help you out.
Mhm.
This is a
Where-
possession, not a summoning, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And that means that the true demon is inside of somebody.
Mm-hmm.
So who is he within?
Go find the warden and shake his hand.
You already did.
Yeah, I already did. That's why I was looking at his
Oh.
cross, because I was checking. That's what I was looking for.
Oh, yeah.
That literally right out of the gate, I checked.
Well,
the
Mark's
That's
been
what I was
with us
doing.
this whole time.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, you guys
He has.
vetted them. Bill did,
Yeah.
Oh,
and they're clean.
Yeah.
These are good men.
The doctor and the nurse never leave the morgue, or
Well,
very rarely leave the morgue.
Right. And you were already in their presence, and they're very godly people.
So we have
Yes.
the 6 non-prisoners.
What
we've
about
met
the
have all
forced
been-
pregnancy?
That nurse
Chester.
left long ago.
Okay. She left pregnant with a demon baby? Awesome. Good call.
Well, they don't really know what happened with that, but it was like instant thing, and they left that to the men of God.
Oh,
However, you are missing someone.
Lord
10
Bilham.
guards?
Lord Bartlett? No.
Oh, no. Douglas!
No.
Where's Douglas?
Douglas is in the carriage because Douglas is smarter than you are.
Okay.
And
Douglas
Douglas
knew
probably
we were
knew you were going to be quarantined. Yes.
Yeah.
the night guy. The night
Yeah,
guy.
No.
Kenneth Randolph. The only other person I can think of that you could be talking about is Hearst. But she's been dead a while.
Nope.
Yeah.
I did say there was another person here.
William Hearst? No.
Wow, you
Wilhelmina.
guys weren't listening. This is a horror
This
mystery,
animal is-
guys.
We clearly were listening. So whoever you said, you must have said what?
Who's Silas? That sounds like a guilty name. Who's Silas?
Silas is me. My name.
Well, why don't you go ask someone if there's anyone else that is part of the staff? Go ask, since you weren't
There's
listening.
the rest of the stuff. Let's shoot
Assemble the staff in the
Yes.
warden's office.
Well,
Oh, priest!
they say the
There's a
only
priest.
because Mark is
Oh,
with
the
you.
priest.
Oh, what was that, CC?
Yes.
The priest. There's one priest and he
Yes.
stays in the thing.
And he stays in the chapel. Oh my.
That's right.
Wow.
That's right.
I must not have been in here when you said that.
No, I
I didn't
remember
remember that
that.
at all.
chapel.
I really
Well,
completely forgot.
It's always
Minus 1,000 experience points for everyone but CC.
Hey,
What?
I did leave to take a piss for a minute. That must have been what you were talking about.
To the chapel.
doing-
He
I was
is
doing so
his name
good.
is Father Williams, and he's an Episcopalian.
Yeah, I don't remember that at all. I definitely wasn't here for that.
I do slightly. I don't remember the name, but I
No, I
remember
didn't
there
give you
was
the
the
name.
priest.
I
Mark
remember
just
the
gave you the
priest
name.
too.
Episcopalian.
Where's
Ugh.
the priest located?
We should
the
have
chapel?
In the
Um,
chapel.
Mark
Lead us
leads
to the
you,
chapel.
and he goes up to the second floor of the castle area where you haven't been yet. Excuse me, the third level of the castle where you hadn't been yet, and it's facing. The door you're looking at is, and the chapel itself would be facing out to the east.
Mm.
However, when you come
East
to the
again.
door of the chapel, of course, the normal people here can't see it, but those with visions, this door literally looks like a gate to hell, with demonic ruins all over it.
Excellent. Just what we wanted.
Hmm.
Nope. 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 Nope.
All right. Well, I'm pretty sure he's in there. Just a hunch. Just a hunch.
What makes you say that?
Blood coming off the door. The skulls room.
There's runes all over that door. That's a
Is there a rune like the symbol? Is a rune like the symbol outside the gate?
Well, you guys do have esoteric knowledge, CC particularly, and she can see it as well. This Hell Gate that you're looking at, CC, it does
Mhm.
have what is often referred to as anti-Enochian, and all that means is just Enochian language upside down. And of course, therefore, you kind of turn your head to read it, and all these symbols basically are just announcing a throne level demon.
Mm. There's a level demon in there. What should we do,
Yeah.
guys?
I think we should probably foil his plans.
Agreed.
Or die trying?
We shall do the both, I think. At least some of us.
I'm
I can stand behind the fighters and help try to ward off evil spirits.
That's very courageous of you. Yes, very good.
Well, you could keep
Yes.
it from maybe leaving the room.
He's
Yeah,
up
she's
to
not
the
a
Yes,
fighter.
I will
It's
keep it
okay.
actually in the room.
Well,
I am not a fighterita. I am not. I eat.
you
I
have
eat food.
a ghost rifle, dude. Don't talk to me like that.
Does she need to make a roll
There's
on
a
that?
boss fight behind that door. What are we doing?
I'm a
We're
shooter.
going in. We have to go in. We can't get out until we do go in. So it's either we die
Mhm.
here slowly, being tormented by this demon, or we go end it.
I will
Yeah.
go open my toolkit and check the door for traps.
It's a demon hellgate.
Yes, let's check it for traps.
Hell traps.
And find a way to negate them.
Not only
so
is
that-
it not trapped, it's not even locked.
Yeah.
Oh.
But then
It
again,
opens as soon
chapel
as you get near
doors
it.
never have locks on them, do they?
Is it paved with good intentions?
No, it really isn't.
Quite the opposite.
Somebody bless us before we go.
Although the trim is immortal Twinkies.
They say
Oh.
the road to the
Alright,
Hellgate is paved with good
If
Twinkies.
she makes a ward on that door, does she need to make a roll?
It wouldn't work like that. It would be if the demon actually would try to flee, she would
Yeah.
have to do a contested roll against it.
Is
Okay,
there-
well, I'm gonna open the door and everybody run in, and then I'll come in behind you.
Mhm.
Can
Of
someone?
course.
Can anyone boost us, like with a bless? Fater?
I mean, I can. I don't have an actual special ability for that, though. I can give you a generic Catholic blessing that doesn't do anything.
Is he a
see.
Darth Vader?
Vader bless nothing.
Yeah, no one took any of those abilities, dude.
The only thing I have is a protective barrier, but it's temporary, so it has to be used
Well,
like
the
right away.
exorcist can definitely be of use.
Yeah.
The lady with the dude with the sword can be of use. Punchy guy, very useful. Rifle
Yes.
guy,
Question.
there's 4 of you who are
Open
useful.
the door.
Let's
and
We're
go.
all useful. Let's
Open
go.
the dang door.
Uh,
I already said I'm opening
He
the
did.
door, and everybody else run in.
I'm running in.
Iron Fist has opened the door. Now,
I
as you
run
guys
in.
run in, and CC is a smart one and stays outside, not as smart as Douglas, but nevertheless, as you come into this chapel, it is smallish. It can seat maybe about 50 people. But of course, there's a gigantic stained glass window, but it's not the ones that are so heavily painted. It's one of the ones that is more translucent. And
Mhm.
of course, down below in the distance, you can see the entirety of the East Wing lying out before it. And of course, the West Wing is not in the vision of the chapel. As you walk in, the room looks like it's 1,000 years old, full of rot. Of course, it's not, but the rot and the presence of a demon is just all of the stone is chipped and veined. The wood is rotting. All the pews you probably wouldn't even be safe to sit on them. It's just filthy and hanging with dust and webs. And you notice in this room, standing looking out the window, is a man in a very rather lean man, with his back to you, looking over the east wing. And standing in front of him, looking directly at you, seems to be what might have been a pair of nuns at one point, but now they are more akin to a succubi. And
None of that.
their skin is tattered and leathery, and even though they're disgusting to behold, there's a certain sensuality to it, and it's uneasing. It's unnerving to you, the presence of these women, and of course, I have to monologue, so give me a moment.
Oh
Okay.
Lord, here we go.
Oh, wait, you don't got tea on the fire, do you? Water.
No, I don't. Let me check.
Okay.
No, I don't. Good. So want to ruin another one of those very expensive Japanese teapots. Not that I did it before.
You're so much trouble.
I know, dude. She was so pissed. You know how expensive those handmade copper pots are here in Japan, dude?
Okay, monologue.
Monologue.
He is monologuing.
Yeah. But of course, he speaks the Father Williams, who is no longer Father Williams, of course. He says, I expected they would have sent more, but oh well. Do you really think you can do anything for these people? I mean, honestly, why would you want to? They're just degenerates, filthy humans. Why would you care about them? I'm doing the world a service, you know. It's still not looking at you, by the way. But alas, I understand it is your job. Girls, initiative. They charge.
Da-da-da.
See, my monologue was short and sweet. Okay.
It was short and something.
Short and sweet. Are you serious? Yeah.
14 plus dex, right?
20.
Yep. And if you have any abilities that apply,
So
of course.
16
Oh,
roll
Boy,
for
you
me.
guys kind of suck.
Well, I got a 16.
I rolled an 8.
Roll. Come on, you silly boo.
Oh, there we go.
17.
Good job, lady.
Excellent.
All I have left, that's everybody, right? That builds?
No.
Except you.
Oh, except
I'm
for
trying
me.
to get this silly thing to work. To
Now,
reload
these
it again.
are the succubi, so they're not going to be as impressive.
Yep. Are they
Yeah.
demons, technically, or are they some other creature?
No, they're
Suck
demons.
you,
real world.
He's
Okay.
summoned some friends to help him out, but they're nowhere near he's
Oh,
a
I will
throne
be
level
handling
demon,
them.
so All right. So
Liz. Sometimes the
lady
wolves
goes
aren't
first,
with
then
you.
me.
Mhm.
Go ahead,
I
lady.
roll.
Going after him
So how are you going to do that?
with the sword, spirit sword.
So you're going to charge in past the two succubi that are
This is a
coming
bad
directly at
plan.
you.
This is a really bad plan.
All right. So you go to run past, heading
Well,
to
are
him.
they?
No, no,
Are
no,
they
no, no,
going?
no,
Hang
no.
on.
No, decisions have been made, lady.
Fine.
Decisions have been made.
Not
As
too
you
fast
run,
for them.
no, hold on a second. As you run past the two succubi, they get free area of attack, of course, opportunity attack, attack opportunities. Yeah.
It's an
As you
American.
run past, one hits you, and the other hits you.
Oh God.
So let's do my damage for you here. Okay. All right. And the other one. So you take 7 points of damage as you run fearlessly past, getting whacked in
Foolish
the
American.
about the head and shoulders. The Americans, of course, it's American. But you're not dead, of course. You still have more hit points, and you, of course, get up to him and you take yourself your swing. Go ahead.
Take your swing.
Of course,
That
I roll a one.
Well, you get because you rolled a critical failure, and CC because you're new to this. When you roll a 20, you hit no matter what, right? When you roll a 1, it's a critical failure if it's a critical situation, which this is. Because she got
Yes.
whacked by the trying to run past the two succubi, she actually stumbles and is now prone face first on the ground. My turn.
Nice.
Uh-oh.
He
See, we got
turns around, looks down at the fool American in front of him, and just stomps your head. Well, tries to. Now, he does get +4 to do this, plus his other pluses.
Just playing hit points.
Okay.
14.
Definitely hit you. Now, you've taken 7 damage already, right?
Uh huh.
How many hit points did you have?
Everyone had 24.
Well, plus your constitution.
Yeah.
Yeah, plus your constitution. Yeah. You
No, it's
take
20
another
plus
8, so
constitution.
that's 14, 15 points of damage you've taken this round. It does have another attack.
12.
It could use it on you, but I'm not going to use it on you. I'm going to take a movement, and he is assessing. Who should I give my other attack to? I think he finds the monk particularly dangerous. Therefore, he's literally just waves his hand, and a pew flies up and tries to hit you with the pew, Adrian.
Pew, 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 pew.
Oh no.
Okay, he hits,
Mm-hmm.
and the pew does just straight object damage. So
Sure.
4 points of damage as the pew shatters into you. My round,
What the heck?
he's done. But of course, the succubi get their actions. They continue their movement. Now, I'm assuming that Adrian and the priest are up front.
Yeah, I'm not. I have a.
You're a
I'd be
cleric,
next
so.
regardless. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I would be up front
Yeah.
because I opened the door and ran in.
So, because the American just ran past, they continue on and attack the
Leroy
two
Jenkins.
in the front. So I'll do one for each of you. One comes in to try to bite you around the throat, priest.
Excellent.
Misses,
Get out of here.
Misses.
Get out of here, you filth.
The other one tries to claw at the monk. Hits.
What the heck?
Sweet. All righty.
Jesus.
At least he's not kissing you.
Oh God.
7.
Oh.
Damn. 7. That's max damage, dude. So that's total of
Yeah.
11. You're still up though.
Yeah.
But you just
Mine
that
was-
was a hard round, dude. I max damaged you, dude. That's pretty cool. She hit you good. She hit you good.
Oh, I know.
So
I'm done. Who's next?
it's my turn next, I believe. I rolled a 16. I think I was the next highest.
Okay.
Do I get any bonuses since this thing's right in front of me for my exorcism? Like, do I get a
No.
bonus because it's right there,
No.
or doesn't matter?
No.
Okay, well, I'm still gonna do it because we need to get rid of one of these succubuses.
Mhm.
All right, so 20 plus 5. Come on now. All right, so 16.
Okay. It's just a lower level demon. It doesn't have any resistance at all, which is
Yep.
what you're used to, by the way.
Yep.
And you use your ability, in God's name, Jesus says, you be gone.
Yep. And I
Flee,
absorb its.
fools. All right. And of course, you blast the demon out of her. Now, this demon isn't a throne demon, so it can't do nothing about that. And it just dissipates through the ether back to its hellish realm.
Well, wouldn't it go into my ring?
Oh, no, you definitely get the energy from it. Yeah.
Okay.
So you gain 10 hit points into your ring.
Excellent.
Um,
So I can
uh,
heal 10 damage, folks.
you can. And the body, the nun that it was in, just kind of collapses to the ground, shivering. There's so much damage done to the body here. There's cuts everywhere.
Yep.
You don't even want to
Mutilated.
examine what's been done to this poor lady. But she is alive though.
Excellent. Excellent. She's right in front of me, I'm assuming, on the
She
ground.
literally slumps down, slides down your body and falls onto the ground shivering. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, I did my
Next.
thing. Can I kneel down and check on her, or just leave her?
Well, as a free action, you could check her out, sure.
Yeah, I'll be doing
Okay,
that.
I think I'm next.
Okay.
Oh, it's Bill.
I don't
I
know.
got a-
No,
Bill
Bill.
might have rolled higher.
I got a
think Bill-
10, I think.
Oh yeah, you're
You're
higher.
definitely higher.
Well, Bill, there's still one succubi that's got a really wicked. You felt that. You winced for our Iron Fist taking a hit like that. And of course, you also have the actual priest, the demon priest here, out in front of you.
Okay. I will start chanting a hymn in German. It's Psalm 46. This is our God is a fortress, and I'll start firing off at this guy. Let's see. Grab the space glow die, because that's the one that's been my lucky die. And 1, 2, 2, 3. Totals +7 to hit. So 3, 5, -1, 7.
God is our refuge and
Oh my
strength.
gosh.
Wow, not yours.
Ever-present help in trouble. Therefore
You are
we
a
will
heathen,
not
sir.
fear, though the earth giveth way and the mountains fall into the heart of the sea.
Yeah.
It's quite a
we
long
get-
song, 46.
Can we get a second shot with marksman? Or is that...
Now let's see here. That was a bad shot. But because you are carrying a Winchester, yes, you can, sir.
All right.
Excellent. Shoot better.
Shoot better.
Not much, but
I mean, it's
16. 16
Who are we shooting
gonna
at?
hit.
Are you shooting at the big guy or the succubus?
The big guy.
Going right for the boss.
The big guy, yeah, a 16 does hit. Yeah.
Okay. And you said this was a D8 for damage.
It is
so-
for the rifle. The rifle is the only thing it does D8, and him. You and the demon are the only ones that do D8.
Lovely.
Okay. And I add +1 for the Springfield and +2 for marksman, right?
Sure.
Okay. There we go. 9.
Ooh,
Very nice.
good hit.
Okay.
It winces and bares its teeth at you, hissing.
Yeah. And then bonus action, cunning action, I duck, I hide. No. It's not that big.
Now,
Okay.
let's go down to Adrian and Mrs. Adrian.
Yep.
I walk in the room and see that Abraham's having a hard time with this nun clawing his neck, so I go and grab her so that he can punch her because I have no weapons. I don't know.
Okay. Are you sure?
Um,
It is an
well,
evil
it's what I
spirit.
said.
Okay. So go ahead and roll a 20-sider and add your strength. Okay.
Oh
Now,
dear.
as you're being
Is this
as
where I
you're being a
die?
tough medium, you
See
come
where
and
you
say,
die.
"Get your hands off him, you bitch!" Which is, of course, what you would say. But as you go to try to
My.
grapple, you literally miss. Get yourself turned around, hit your head on the column, the rotting column of the chapel, and potentially knock yourself out. Give me a Constitution roll, please.
The dice love you on your first game. They're
I
just
It's
know.
wonderful.
It's like a that's better. Okay, you're fine. But you are slightly dazed. But you made your
Mhm.
save, so you're fine. But yeah, that was a major failure. Abraham.
Couple of those. All right. I'm gonna ghost fist this harlot in front of me.
Okay, get at it. You got two of them.
Blaster. Blaster.
Mm-hmm.
Double fister. Oh, what? No,
Oh no.
Oh,
That's a whole different game.
I didn't do
That's a
that.
whole different
He
game.
created that situation. It's Adrian's fault.
Here's my first one.
That's a hit.
Here's my second.
That's a hit.
Boom. Blam blam. Pow pow.
2d6 plus double your strength, plus whatever bonuses you have.
Yeah.
I mean, it should be a kill.
It probably is, yeah.
Yeah. Unless he rolls real bad.
See, that would be 3. That's my first.
Oh my god.
What? Oh my
Okay, roll again,
goodness.
please.
Luckily, you get to do this twice. That's
There
better.
we go.
Now, of course, he literally punches the demon out of her.
Yes.
And those of you who can see such things see the demon screaming out of the body and dissipating through the veil.
Get
Now,
out of here.
It's on.
your punch definitely does damage to ghosts, but it also does damage to flesh.
Clearly.
So this lady you end her. She's dead. On the ground, she spurts blood out of her mouth as she falls to the ground in a pile. But she's so pathetic that in a way you feel that that's probably better. Nevertheless,
I mean, she probably would have been haunted the rest of her life by the
well,
things
without
she
question,
witnessed.
yeah, without question. Anyway, very good. Round 1, back to the top. American on the ground, face first.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
Can I just roll over and hit him?
He's
Be
no
up
longer
swing?
near you. He's no longer
Yeah, he
near you.
flew away.
Oh, okay, yeah.
How American of you.
Then which one is closer then? He's
Well,
They're all
you
moving.
there.
have there's only him left. The two
Okay, yeah.
succubi have been removed.
Any shadows to
Now,
move in?
your options here are to stand up.
Yep.
Yeah, that's important.
Stand up. Okay.
Scramble.
Now,
hey.
your other action, because you have no range weapons, your other action is you can move.
Sure. Move.
So I'm assuming you move up to the demon.
Yeah, from behind.
Okay. But because you do have, well, you have to make an attack for that. Yeah, no. Okay. You come up behind him. All right. So
Yeah.
my turn, I do believe.
Hopefully he won't hear me.
We can hear you. So my turn. What is he going to do? He's going to back fist you.
Oh. A lot of fisting going on.
That's a very much a hit.
Oh my god!
Ouch.
Look at these rolls. Outrageous.
Where's your ones?
He's cheating. I knew it.
Okay. You are down. Well, no. What is your health?
15.
Yeah, no. What was your total health?
24.
Okay, so you're
Subtract
still up.
15.
You got 4. 4 left, so he's just going to end the threat that is you, hopefully. Oh no, what am I doing? I can't do that yet. I need to do this first.
I was thinking he didn't hear me behind him, but no.
Well,
Moving shadows doesn't help.
yeah, because you didn't have an action to do it with. He drops you. You are KO'd.
KO'd.
Can I heal KO or is she just down?
No,
down,
no,
down?
you can heal KO'd. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. She's not
It was my
at
turn.
her constitution. She is at -7. And what is your constitution? It's like what, 14 or something like
Eight-
that?
18. No,
Yeah.
20.
20. Oh, jeez. Okay. So yeah, she's just KO'd.
Okay. Well, I'm obviously gonna have to heal her. Get her up. Try to get her back up with my 10. I'm gonna use the whole of the ring.
Well, I used my whole round on her to remove
Yeah,
the
I
threat
know.
behind him. So whoever's next,
Yeah.
go.
Me. That's what I'm saying.
And his
I'm
back's
next.
to you, and his back
Who's
is to
next?
you too, right?
We need you to get up because you're the one who's
Yeah,
gonna
but
do
the
most
problem
damage
is
to
if
him.
you go and try to heal her, he gets free attack on you.
Bandage.
Oh, I have to touch her
Yeah, of course.
to heal her? Okay. Well, then I'm not gonna do that. Instead, I'm going to cast my protective barrier on the monk.
Oh, that's a good idea. Okay.
Hmm.
All right. Who's next?
Bill.
Yeah, it's Bill.
Bill.
It is me. I thought it was the monk.
You're
Okay,
the only one that's damaged him.
Oh, I will
Shoot
continue
that
that.
son of a bee.
Oh, come on, roller. Why do I have to refresh it?
Roller,
every time?
roller.
Yeah.
Every time.
Keep them succubi rolling. Roll high.
So I'm still shooting the boss.
It's the only thing to shoot. You miss.
11.
You have a
Roll
second
again.
shot.
20.
20.
20.
There
That's a
you
nat
go.
20. All right,
There
double
we
your
go.
damage, please.
Blasted him right in the
He
head.
literally dodges the first one, smiles because he thinks he's quite clever, and then he takes one right in the frickin' face.
He
Right
fell
in the
for my
melon.
trap. The first one was for a feint.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay,
So
the
2d8
damage.
plus whatever bonuses
How
you
many
have
hit
with
points
it.
does he have?
Well, you're gonna find out.
Yeah, looks like.
Very nice. Very nice. So that's
Oh.
19 damage so far. 19
Excellent.
damage. Pretty good.
More than 20 hit points is what we're saying.
Most likely. Most likely.
All right. He is that shot hits him square in the left cheek, takes a big chunk of his face off with it. He is
Beautiful.
seething, not only with anger, but maybe for the first time you've seen a bit of fear in this demon. Next,
Next
Me.
is the medium. Yeah.
that is you.
Um,
You're standing right next to
realize
him. Blood is all over you,
I
by
am.
the way.
Covered in his blood.
I'm standing right next to him.
Yep.
Get back!
Can I somehow do something spiritually to him?
What do you got?
I don't know. I can ward off evil spirits. That's about it.
Well, you could protect yourself from him attacking you. You could do that.
I will do that. I will protect myself.
There you go. That's not a bad move. It's not a bad move. Now, your character is not a combatant, but you were very useful in today's encounter.
Mhm.
So,
Have to
Adrian.
roll for
No, you don't
No.
have to roll for that. No.
Remember, Adrian's got a shield.
I mean, if he really wants to come at you next round, we could do a contested roll, but you're not the threat. There's a man with a rifle. He's the threat.
Yes.
I'm
He's
at
in the
the
back
back of the
corner, very far away.
Well, that's
Let me
also
get-
something I should say too. I mean, if I'm a range guy, so I'm going to keep moving so that I'm not. If he's
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah, no,
whatever.
that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
But Adrian, you can
I'm moving in.
easily step up and take your two attacks.
I'm moving in on him and kind of putting myself between him and her.
I'm a bit disappointed. I'm not getting the Kia really. I would kind of expect
Hold
that.
on. I'm
Dun, dun,
gonna
dun,
do
dun,
the
dun,
punch.
dun, 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 you know.
Fist him real good.
Dude. Oh my
Oh.
goodness, this roller.
Yeah.
There it is.
Natural
There we
20.
That's a
go.
hit. Good job. Give us the other one.
Do it again.
That's a miss.
That's
But the first one is double damage, though. So go
punched
ahead.
him so hard you missed him the second time.
Okay. How do I do double damage? It's
Just hit the 6-sider twice, and then add
Right.
whatever your bonus damage is, up doubling it. I think you're a +3, so it's going to be +6 this time.
Okay.
And you can hit those pluses right in the roller, by the way.
I'm trying to do that. Yeah.
Nice. So very good. We have 31 damage upon this demon, and he's not looking good.
Looking a little rough. He's
Yeah.
looking a little rough.
Back to the top.
That'd be you.
Now
Unconscious.
Down.
you are unconscious, so that means me. All right, so he's going to use one of his abilities because he's had enough of this.
can't use
So he takes a
abilities
deep
on a
breath. He
bill.
raises his hands in front of him. He speaks some horribly evil demonic language, and he pushes it down. And as he does, fire erupts from his hands and soaks the entire chapel in fire. Everybody, give me a dodge dexterity roll, except for
Dexterity roll.
Lady, who's just going to take damage. That's all right.
Oh,
She's
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 just
got
gonna
a
burn.
13 point barrier to her, so she'll probably be fine.
Dexterity roll.
I got a 12, total of 12.
Can I add my understanding of martial arts to my roll?
Sure.
8.
All right.
Well, I got hit.
Yeah, I roll 20 or single digits. That's all.
All right. So the only one who made this save was Adrian. So Adrian, you take half of this damage. Okay.
Okay. I still take damage.
You do.
Lord.
I'm on fire.
All right. Everybody except for Adrian takes 12 points of damage. So, Lady, you're 2 points away from death. And
Yes,
Adrian
Adrian.
only takes 6. How many hit points you got left, Adrian? Like 1 or 2, right?
That's a
I'm at
scary laugh.
4.
You've taken like 20 points of damage. I'm assuming you have at least a +1 in your Constitution.
I had a +1.
So you have 1 hit point left.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
I have 11.
And how about you? Well, Bill's fine, and CC should be
I-
fine.
I'm down to 7. I had 19 because I have a negative
Right.
to my con.
And of course, CC is still fine as well.
I have 8.
It's my turn now.
And no, well, hold on a second. And with that, he takes a move action. And he moves himself, literally going up in the air, cursing you in demonic languages as he floats back to the stained glass window, floating in the air. Go.
Now my question is, do I go and try and exercise him, or do I heal somebody?
Well, Lady's the only one near death.
No, the monk is at 1.
Adrian's only got 1 hit point.
Yeah, but that's just KO. That's not death. She's literally 2 points away from death.
Yeah,
He's
but
in
she's
trouble.
also close to him because isn't she like right by
No,
the
he
stained
just
glass
moved
window?
back to the back of the room.
Well, I thought that's where she was.
No, she ran up behind him, remember?
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, all right. I'm gonna go over there and heal her. I'll use all of it. Get her
Okay.
back up on her feet.
No, it won't put her back up on her feet, but it does absolutely take her away from being almost dead. She is at -8 and stable.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
But yeah, it's a smart move because if he
that
pulls off some
mother.
AoE again, she's dead. Anyway, so that was good. That was very good. Next, Bill.
Okay. Repeat.
I want German cursing, please.
Ah, Gottenheimer!
That doesn't mean what you think it means.
I said God in heaven because I'm so surprised.
That's fine.
Lost.
That's more appropriate, really, I guess. You know,
Unglaublich. I don't know. No sprechen Sie Deutsch.
You sprechen Sie shoot him, please.
I should have been Spanish. I'll do that next time. Ay, cabrón. 16 on the first roll, 23 on the first roll.
Excellent.
Oh,
And
Ethereal is here now. So who won
Thir-
the election, Ethereal?
Josh,
Didn't say.
13 on the second one. It's not over.
Of course not.
What's the target AC right now?
the target AC for him is 16, so that 13 definitely misses. And I
Okay.
personally, if I were to choose, I think that you probably would have said, "Aite Risher," which
No,
means
I don't know.
wanker.
I don't know that one.
Yeah,
Big
Quake.
damage.
Take that, you Quaker.
yeah. There you go. That'll do. That'll do.
Big damage.
So 12 points of damage. Okay, so that he was sitting at 31, so that's
Oh,
43.
13. It's 13. It's 13. I forgot
So
one.
34. He is teetering in the air. He's literally, his left
Yeah.
arm is limp, but he has
Ha!
this evil, angry look on his face.
Und I have teetered you. Ha!
You have. You are un tita. All right,
tita.
so let's see here. Next would be CC.
I am pretty useless in fighting, so I'm just going to continue protecting myself.
That is the smart thing to do. It is a smart
Yeah.
thing to do.
That'll be the role that you take.
So Adrian,
Yeah,
you can end
I'm
this,
going
dude.
to-
You can end this.
I can.
Ayukin.
Go for it. It's all or nothing.
All right. I was gonna heal myself to try to end it next round. But okay,
Oh, you can do
let's
that.
it.
You could be strategic if you want. God.
Ayukin.
No,
No.
I'll sacrifice myself if I have to. I'm going to go do the same thing
Okay.
once yet again.
But we have to make it cinematic. So go ahead.
Uh-oh.
Yes,
So he does a
well, I
jump spin kick.
rush as I see him moving towards there. I'm rushing towards him so that by the time he gets there and everything else has gone down, I can jump onto the podium area that he's at and start punching at his face and chest with a powerful ghost punch and a yell, "Wa-cha-cha-cha!"
Wa-cha-cha-cha.
Thank you. I appreciate
You
it.
dancing with
Plus
him
10
now? What's
experience
going on?
points.
No, that's a fist of a North Star.
Wa-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Yeah.
I guess I could have just done okay. Why does this thing not want to do the things I tell it to do?
It did? That is a miss.
14.
And that's a miss.
Oh no.
Although I
Well,
feel that you are not adding the right pluses.
I think I'm not.
Yeah, you
What
gotta
is-
have more than
What
that.
is your strength?
Oh, I keep forgetting to. Yeah, you're right. Hold on, let me try this again. I keep forgetting to add my strength. I think I actually would have. This Ghost Fist is one. Actually, be adding
4.
4.
Well, no.
Well, in the
Just
first
tell
hit.
me, what is your strength?
It's a 12, but plus 1.
Plus 1. So, yeah, it should be a 4. So, okay.
And then my Ghost Fist is 1.
hmm
You have one in
And
Ghost
then-
Fist, so wouldn't that be a +3?
No, because he's got martial arts as
Uh-huh.
well, which is plus 2.
Yeah, that's
Did
plus
you
2.
put any of your plus 6 bonuses into your martial arts?
That would be a no by the look of it.
No. Okay. So therefore, yep, plus 4. Go ahead and roll your dice.
Okay. All right. There we go.
Whoa.
Okay, roll again.
16.
He does his
14.
cinematic thingy, and he
What?
misses the
What?
first wah 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 cha, but he comes up on an uppercut for the second wah 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 cha. Do your damage.
All right. Am I adding a plus to that damage? Sorry.
Of course.
+1.
Plus 1
Oh my
plus another one
Yeah,
god.
plus 1, so plus 2.
plus 2. Yeah, your strength
yeah.
and your ghost fist.
I don't think I have a
That's
plus 2 on
6.
6
6.
points of damage. He literally has 1 hit point left.
Oh my lord.
I sacrificed myself.
So
It's nice knowing
close.
you guys.
So close. My turn. Now, do I want to make this
Oh, no.
anticlimactic or shall I make it cinematic?
Wait a second. Your turn.
My turn.
Yep.
I don't get to go?
No, you
No,
don't
you're on
get
the
to
ground
go.
still.
You're
Okay.
unconscious on the ground.
You're not at the top.
You're
Because
at
you
negative
ran in
8
like a
hit points.
psychopath.
Yeah, you did. But so what do I want to do? I could leave,
Rushed in like an American.
but that wouldn't be fun. So it's a one shot anyway. So my decision is I'm going to take one of you bastards with me. So he literally just kind of muscles up. You see his leathery body, demon body, become full formed. The priestly robes fly off of him as he just claws down to grab a hold of you and then tries to bite your head off. So let me make my attacks on Adrian here.
Yep. Bye.
Oh,
That's a
that's a miss.
miss. And he tries to follow it up with a bite.
Dodging him. He's
Oh
dodging
my
him.
God!
He dodged him.
He dodged. The monk did this.
He Bruce
did
Lee'd
the
his
thing.
ass.
He did the thing. He did the thing.
Not today.
That means it's my turn.
It is.
And you know what I'm going to do?
There's a
I'm going for
full-blown
that
demon
kill
in front
shot.
of you now. Yeah.
Going for that kill shot. Exorcism coming right at him.
All right. Let me make my roll.
19. Come on. Roll low for once.
Well, he does got plus 10 to this roll, though.
I know.
Oh, you
15.
bastard.
Got him. Get out of here.
All right.
Get out of here.
He tries to hold his form as you're saying, go ahead and give me the God words.
In the name of the Lord Jesus Christ, I banish you from this plane.
Whilst kissing the little purple thingy. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah,
Sure.
doing that as well. Ring is up, cross is up, kissing the little scarf they wear, all of it. Bible stuck in the hand as well.
The whole thing.
He's trying to hold his form, and he yells at you, "How dare you, you pathetic!" And of course, this boom of energy comes out of him, shattering the glass out of the window, and the limp body of the priest smashes into the ground in front of the dodging monk, dead.
Who somehow didn't get killed.
I know.
I
know.
Somehow have not died.
The demon's sent back to hell where it belongs. Until
I love
next
it.
time.
That was perfect. Perfect
Yeah, it was.
cinematography.
It worked out
Hey,
perfectly.
I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna shoot Thundero and Adrian in the back of the head
There you go.
as I get possessed by the demon.
You did. Yeah. All righty then. So you guys collect yourself, of course.
I mean, good teamwork.
And it was. It worked out.
Yeah.
Everyone's abilities came in useful. It was good.
Definitely.
So you guys, of course, collect yourself. You get the American on his feet. You're rubbing wounds here and there. The monk took the brunt of it. Oh well, and the American.
Very
I'm
episode
slumped.
problems.
I'm
As you
slumped.
guys are, of course, the priest is doing last rites. He checks on the priest. Of course, he's dead. But there is one shivering, horribly mutilated and scarred lady on the floor, previously a nun.
Mm.
You guys help her. Authorities finally are brought in, and the quarantine is lifted, and you guys eventually find yourself back in London.
Old
End
London
scene.
town.
Okay.
And that's it.
There you
We
go.
did it.
So what do you
Killed
think
it.
there, CC? That's your first
Cleansed it.
role-playing experience. Did you enjoy?
Oh, I loved it. Awesome sauce.
Yeah. Now this story
I mean,
that
I was useless, but
no, you weren't. You were far from useless.
well, my abilities were useless.
No.
Well,
No.
in a fight, but we had to
Yeah.
get there.
Not everything's about fighting.
No.
Yeah.
No, my
You
rolls
were
were
very
horrible.
useful.
That's
Well, that's true.
rolls.
That is true.
That
I
happened.
didn't do
But
one thing.
That's not your fault.
we'll blame Adrian for that.
That's my
Yes.
Okay.
It's all his fault.
But now, just for information for those listening, and of course for you guys as well, this story is not actually an original creation of mine. I took it out of a movie that I thought was quite good for a B movie. It's called The
I had a
Gates.
feeling.
It has the guy who was in it, who was like the kind of
That's where I saw the crosses at.
the Middle Eastern guy in Indiana Jones. What's that actor's name?
Reese Davis.
John
Reese,
Davies.
yeah.
Reese Davis.
Reese
John Reese
Davies, yeah. He's
John
in
Reese
the
Davies.
movie. He does
Gimli.
an amazing job.
Gimli, yeah.
Gimli, yeah. He does an amazing job. It's a B movie, but it's actually a lot of fun. Of course, it's more detailed than we could do in this time frame. But
Right.
I just thought when I watched it, I thought, oh, because I watch a horror movie every night of October, right? And I saw it here recently, and I was like, oh, that's a fun little story. And it just when we decided to do a one-off today because some of our members were, doing political stuff, I thought, hey, let's do that. So, fun. It's very
Good
rare. I don't
scenario.
usually run modules, Bill.
No, it was fun. It was good.
It was really
good.
cool.
I love
And
modules.
not just because I got the kill shot, but it was
Yeah.
fun.
Now,
It's fun getting the kill shot though. That's
But
the
I
reward.
earned that kill shot. That son of a bitch blocked me twice.
he did. He did. They worked
Yeah,
out beautifully. It was really good. And of course, in the movie, Gimli, Reese Davies there, he is a man of science, and he's created a device to try to finally prove that spirits are real in a scientific way, not a hokum way. And of course, the movie involves itself with electricity and stuff a lot more. It's the coming age of modernity is kind of the underlying theme. I suggest you go watch it though. It was a good little B movie. Um, Nevertheless, thank you guys all very much for coming in today. Hopefully, everybody all the Americans anyway, who went out there and voted and had yourself some fun with that. I noticed that a lot of, well, at least the Republicans or the people who are the Trumpians, I guess I should say, they seem to be having a lot of fun in line, cheering and singing and being happy with each other. So that's cool, and it is a very distinct thing with this contest, is how much fun those Republicans are having and how sour and bitter those frickin' Democrats are, boy. But nevertheless, election night is done, and we'll see you guys all next week. Later, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Oh,
Bye.
Thursday.
I did a picture of
Go with
Fritz.
God.
He
You
did
too,
a picture
Fritz.
of it. You want to show it?
I could share it. Oh, share screen.
You do know how to do that, don't you?
I'm working on it. I have a cold.
Excuses. Oh, that's perfect. There you go.
I love it.
That's great.
Wilhelm
Let's see him.
Fitzgerald van Horden. So he's Dutch. He's not actually German or Austrian. Nice.
Well, he is.
Yeah.
It's just he has a Dutch last name.
Oh, fair
And
enough.
apparently is a fantastic shot.
He
Amazing.
is an amazing shot. Yeah. Yeah, for
Well,
sure.
He's got those dead eyes.
Even
Mhm.
with those magnifying glasses.
And his glasses say okay. Very nice.
Okay, yeah, it's an ancient rune. Okay,
It is. It's a satanic symbol I've told these days.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
The okay side.
The okay symbol. Yeah. I was like, where the hell did that come from? What are you talking about? People have been using that for a long time. Okay. Anyway,
See
see you all next
this
week.
makes me want to play a cleric in our other game. That was fun.
Clerics
Yeah.
are fun.
Yeah, they
For
can
sure.
be.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
can be fun.
All right. Later, everybody.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye.